Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog it, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down at Pine Ridge. Well, Mary's probation term got off to a bad start yesterday when Town Marshal Uncle Henry Lunsford, hoping to discover something suspicious, picked up a sack of wildflowers Mary had dropped and managed to get a nice case of oak poisoning. As we look into the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store and library. Lum is just entering. Listen.
Come in. Oh, I dog it. I'm glad you're back, Lum.
Yeah, well, what's the trouble, Abner?
Oh, that Uncle Henry Lunsford's been calling up here all morning long. I tell you, he's madder'n a wet setting hen, Lum. Madder'n 2 wet setting hens.
On account of that poison oak.
Oh, yeah. He claims his hands and arms is all swole up and they're just itching something wonderful. He's in agony, as he says.
Oh, well, I don't believe it's as bad as he's trying to make out.
Well, he claims it is. Keeps calling up here accusing Mary of deliberate poison oaking him.
Yeah, I figured he'd have some idea like that.
And he claims that we're more than likely the ones that put her up to it, too.
He does, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's mad, Lum. He's awful mad. You know him.
And I don't know why something like this had to happen just while Mary's on probation.
Well, it's Uncle Henry's own fault that it happened. If he hadn't been so nosy and snooped through that sack of wild flowers that Mary and that little Blevins girl picked, why, he never would have got that poison oak.
Yeah, you oughtn't have been looking in there.
Why, of course
Good enough
not.
for him.
Yeah, it is.
It's his own fault.
Yeah.
But you'll never in the world be able to make Uncle Henry believe that.
Oh, no,
He can't see but one side of our argument. And he can't even see that one side very good.
Yeah, he told me on the phone that he's a good mind to send Mary right back to the Reformatory for trying to poison oak an officer of the law.
Oh, prattle.
That's what he
can't
said.
do it.
Well, he's liable to, Lum. You know Uncle Henry, he gets mad at somebody, he's mad.
Oh, he'll try his level best to send her back. I'll grant you that.
Of course he will.
I reckon the best thing to do is just keep Mary as far away from him as possible till this probation thing's done.
Well, how you going to keep her away? Uncle Henry follows her every place she goes.
Well, he ain't following her or nobody else today, I can tell you that.
Oh, no. No, he claims he's flat on his back with both arms wrapped up clean to his neck. He says he's just suffering something wonderful, Lum.
Well, ain't he doing nothing for him? Putting salve on him or something?
Well, he says ain't nothing you can do for poison oak.
Oh, yes, too.
There is, huh?
Ed Beckley down at the drugstore's got some stuff that he claims is awful good for anything like that. Forget just what he calls it.
Yeah, well, Uncle Henry ain't done nothing. Just laying over there suffering and moaning.
Now, Granny's, wait a minute, Abner. You know what we ought to do?
Huh?
We ought to get some of that stuff Ed's got and take it over there to Uncle Henry.
Take it over to him?
Yeah. That ought to get us on the good side of him.
Oh.
And that's the thing we got to do if we're ever going to keep Mary from getting sent back to that reformatory.
Well, if you think it'll do any good, well, I'm for it.
Well, it's worth trying.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Uncle Henry will feel a lot more friendly toward me and you and Mary, too. If we can stop that itching and agonies he claims he's going through.
Yeah, well, it's all right. I'm willing to try.
Wait a minute. I believe I've got even a better idea. We'll have Mary take it over there to him.
Mary?
Yes, sir.
I thought you just said we ought to keep her as far away from him as we can.
Yeah, I know I said that, but this will work out better, I believe.
It will, huh?
Yeah. What we ought to do is get Uncle Henry to liking Mary to where he won't have the heart to ever send her back there.
Dogged, I believe that's a good idea at that.
Well, of course it is.
Sometimes I think you're almost a genius, you know.
Wouldn't go so far as to say that. What do you mean, almost?
I'll tell you what, I'll call up Mary right now and tell her to get some of that stuff down to the drugstore and take it over there.
Yeah, do that, Abner.
What'd you say the name of that stuff was?
Granny, I can't recollect now. Ed'll know what it is, though.
Oh, yeah, he'll know.
Just tell her to ask Ed.
Yeah, that's what I'll tell her to do. Hello? Elizabeth? Is Mary around there? Oh, well, catch her before she leaves. I gotta talk to her for a second. Yeah, all right, honey.
Was she going someplace?
Yeah, Elizabeth was just sending her out to get some paint and a paintbrush and some sandpaper.
Sandpaper?
Yeah, I'm gonna paint that kitchen table over again.
I thought she just painted that a couple of months ago.
Well, she did, but now she decides she don't like the color of it. That's what she wants the sandpaper for, so she can sand all that old paint off of there, you know.
Uh-huh.
Hello? Mary? Say, listen, me and Lum just figured out something that you ought to do. Well, this won't take long. You can do it while you're downtown here. All you got to do is just stop at the drugstore and get some stuff that's good for poison oak and take it over to Uncle Henry Lunsford. Yeah, just ask Ed Beckley. He'll know what it is.
Tell her to wish Uncle Henry gets well fast and all that.
And tell Uncle Henry you hope he gets well fast. Be as nice as you can to him, honey. And try to get him to like you. Yeah, that's right. All right, Mary. See you later. Goodbye.
And I believe we're on the right track now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get them two to liking one another, then we won't have a thing in the world to worry about.
No, not a thing in the world. Well, that is, except maybe Squire Skim.
Squire, oh, well, I don't believe we have to worry none about him no more.
Huh?
That's where I was at this morning, over to his office.
You are?
Yeah, I think now he'll stop trying to find out who Mary's papa is and where he lives and Sheboygan Falls and all that. See, he was trying to sell him some insurance.
Yeah, I know that. Well, good for you, Lum. Do you think you got it straightened out all right?
Oh, I just outwitted him all.
Well, how'd you do it?
I taken out the insurance myself.
You taking it out?
Yeah. It's an endowments policy of some kind with Mary as a beneficiaries.
Huh?
That means she'll get the money after a certain number of years and she can go to college on it or something like that.
Well, Lord me, don't that cost a lot of money, though, one of them endowment policies?
Yeah, but you can't think of money when you're outwinting a feller.
You can't, huh?
No.
Well, maybe not. Just looks to me like, wait a minute, there comes Grandpappy Spears. Glad to see him well again.
Well again?
Yeah.
Why, has he been sick?
Oh, sure. Hadn't you heard that? He sprained his back while you was gone. Fell off a bicycle.
Fell off of a bicycle?
Well, see, he figured long as he was a telegraph messenger boy, why, he ought to have a bicycle to ride.
Well, howdy.
Well, howdy, Grandpap. How's your back feeling now?
Oh, pretty good, I reckon. Pretty good.
Well, good.
Yeah, proud to see you back in town, Lum. Thank you, Grandbab. What's this I hear about you falling off of a bicycle? I never fell off. I was pushed off.
Pushed? Why, you fell off 'cause you was showing off.
I weren't no such a thing. I was pushed.
Why, you was showing off right down there in front of the blacksmith shop. Trying to ride without holding on to the handlebars. Caleb Wee Hunt seen you do it.
Oh, sassafras. I was pushed.
Why, you was not.
I was pushed.
Milford A. Spears, you know good and well that you...
All right. Just hush up, Abner. It don't matter how it happened. All that matters now is that Grandpap's up and around again.
Well, he weren't pushed off, I know that.
I was done it.
You weren't no such a thing, Grandpap.
How long was you laid up, Grandpap? Oh, just about a week. Well, almost a week anyways. 7 days, to be exact. Yeah, here old Uncle Henry Lunsford's laid up now. Is that so?
Yeah, he's in bed. Claims he's laid up, anyway.
Yeah, hope he's left the jail door open.
Huh?
I say I hope he's left the jail door open.
What's the matter?
Well, nothing. I just love to go down there and sit around in the cell for a while. That's the coolest place there is in this town.
Oh, well, it's more likely open. Fact is, I think Uncle Henry's lost the key to it, to be honest.
What's he laid up with, anyways? I heard some desperate criminal taking a couple of shots at him.
Taking a couple of shots at him? That's just some story he more likely started himself trying to make folks think he's brave.
Yeah, what he's actually got's poison oak.
Yeah.
Well, I do know poison oak.
Oh, he's got it.
No, sakes, I believe I'd rather been shot at than have that stuff. There's the itchinest one pigeon-toed thing there is, I believe.
Have you ever got into it, Grandpap?
No, not personal, but I recollect one time old Roscoe Shelby had it.
Who?
Roscoe Shelby. He had it.
Oh.
You recollect him, don't you?
Roscoe Shelby.
Married Maud Lenore.
No. Don't recollect her neither, as far as that goes.
Oh, sure you do.
I don't need
They
her.
went together for 11 years around here, and then come night and I getting married, 'cause Roscoe was so jealous of Maud.
Jealous of her?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
She could beat him playing pool, and it made him so dad blame mad he wouldn't hardly speak to her hardly.
Oh, yeah, I believe you did tell us about that. Well, when did he get this poison oak you was talking about?
Poison oak. Oh, you heard about that too, huh?
Well, you was the one just now said
Yes, sir,
that.
there was a sad case too. Now, poor Roscoe swelled up to just about twice his normal size. And he was a big man to begin with, too. Just about twice his size.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Well, it's the truth, Abner. He done it. And this was before he was married, so natural he'd taken his meals at the restaurant. But he had swelled up so big he couldn't get through the restaurant door.
Oh, sassy
He
fan.
could not do it. And this went on for days. And all Roscoe done was just stand around, scratch, and try to get inside that door. Kept getting hungrier and finally starved to death.
Starved to
Just
death?
standing right there.
Oh, that's too bad. Wait a minute, though. I thought you said he got married later on.
Well, he did. But this other happened to him when he was still a bachelor, you see.
Oh, yeah. Sure, what's the matter with me?
Yes, sir, poor old Roscoe Shelby.
Wait a minute, though, Grandpap. If he starved to death, how
Abner,
could...
get the phone. That was our ring, I believe.
Huh? Oh, all right. I still don't see how a feller... hello, jot him down, store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Oh, yeah, Uncle Henry. Oh, Mary was just there, huh? Well, that was thoughty of her. She's an awful nice little girl. Huh? Smart aleck? What do you mean, tricks? Well, natural she told you to rub that stuff on your arms where they itched. Huh? Oh, my goodness alive. Oh, my. Yeah. Well, she must have got the packages mixed up, and that's just about what she done.
What happened?
Yes, she did, too.
What happened?
Oh, she got the packages mixed up, Lum, and give Uncle Henry the sandpaper she was supposed to take to Elizabeth.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down at Pine Ridge. Well, Town Marshal Henry Lunsford is still laid up with oak poisoning, and he's also just beginning to realize the power he now holds over Lum and Abner. Inasmuch as he's the officer in charge of Mary's term of probation, he knows that the old fellows will do practically anything to keep on the good side of him. And so as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner running the Pine Ridge jail for Uncle Henry. Listen.
Well, I don't see what we have to stay down here and run this jail for anyway, Lum.
'Cause Uncle Henry insisted on me staying down here and looking after it for him. Running it for him and all.
Yeah.
I ain't going to stay down here by myself, I'll tell you that right now. Grandpap's looking after the store. It's all right back there.
Well, we don't have to do everything Uncle Henry asks us to do we?
We do till this probationary junk's over and Mary gets released from the Reformatory for good.
Well, Lum, there ain't actual nothing to do here at the jail. Well, sweep it out, wash the windows, and we done that. There ain't no prisoners here to guard.
I know it, but you know how finicky Uncle Henry is about this jailhouse. Thinks somebody has to be here all the time, and he can't be here himself because he's over there at that poison oak, and
Yeah.
he just couldn't come down here.
And, Doggies, it's just getting to where it looks like we're working for Uncle Henry. Bossing us around the way he's been doing.
I can't help it. We don't want him to send Mary back to the Reformatory, do we?
No, of course not.
Well, the minute we don't do what he says, well, that's exactly what he'll do. Send her back.
Well, he can't do that, though, Lum, unless she does something wrong, can he?
No, but he'd study up some way to get her back there.
That varmint, I wish he weren't the town marshal. That's what I wish.
And here's another thing. Even if he don't send her back, he might start telling around that Mary's actual Ellie Connors and how she escaped and all that.
Oh, he wouldn't do that, would he, Lum?
Well, he never come right out flat-footed and said he would, but he sort of hinted around that he might do that if we didn't do about everything he wants us to do.
Doggies, just wait till this probation is over. I'll tell that snake in the weeds a couple of things or two. Well, why don't we just leave, Lum? He'll never know where we're going
Wait
from down
a minute.
here.
That might be the jail's ring. I better see.
Let's go on back up the store where we belong.
Hello, Pine Ridge Jailhouse speaking. Lum Adder speaking. Hello, Uncle Henry. Yeah, everything's fine.
That old varmint.
Uh-huh.
Hating despising.
No desperate criminals have showed up yet. Yeah, we will. Uh-huh. All right. Goodbye. Well, there's the reason right there why we can't leave.
Huh?
He's going to call up about every 15 minutes to see that everything's running all right.
Well, I don't know what there is here to run. I almost wish some desperate criminals would show up. I'd take 'em by the neck and twist their head around so far they wouldn't know where they're going or coming.
What in the world?
Oh, my goodness, Cedric. Dogged, I thought for a minute there you was a desperate criminal.
No, Mom, I don't think I'm one of them. I don't think. What are you fellas doing down here anyways?
Well, you see, Mary's on probation.
Abner, don't tell that.
Huh?
Just keep that to yourself.
Oh, yeah.
We're just helping Uncle Henry out today, Cedric, on account of him being laid up with the poison oak.
Yeah, we're doing it 'cause we like him so much, I think.
Oh, well, Mr. Uncle Henry won't be here at all today then, huh?
No, more likely be back tomorrow, though, Cedric.
Oh, doggone. I was supposed to see him about something. Wanted to get it over with quick as I could, because I'm going fishing this morning. I'm in a hurry to get going.
Oh, going fishing, huh?
Yes, Mom.
Well.
This is the first chance I've had to go this year.
Uh-huh.
Well, here, Cedric, maybe we can take care of whatever business it was you had with Uncle Henry.
Yeah, we're in charge here. For today, anyway.
Well, I was supposed to pay a fine.
A fine?
Yes, Mom. $1.50 it was.
For the land's sake, Cedric, what have you did now?
Well, I never done nothing. That's the trouble, but Mr. Uncle Henry claimed I did.
What was it he said you done, Cedric?
Oh, he said I never honked my horn whenever I drove out of that little alley there next to Mr. Luke Spears' restaurant.
Oh.
But I did honk it. I know I did.
Well, if he ain't guilty, why, it'd be a shame for him to have to pay any money out to him, Lum.
Yeah.
Well, here, which one of you fellas do I give the $1.50 to?
Oh, give it to Lum, I reckon. I wouldn't know what to do with it if I had it.
Well, wait a minute, Cedric. If you ain't guilty, there ain't no sense of paying it. Why don't you appeal the case and have a trial over?
Why, sure, that's a thing to do, Cedric.
Well, I ain't got time to do that, though. Gomer Bates is waiting for me to go fishing, so I gotta get going.
Oh.
I'd rather just pay the $1.50. Here, take it.
No, now, wait a minute now, Cedric. That's just throwing your money away. Take it to court. Dog, it's $1.50's $1.50, Cedric.
Well, I ain't got time to go to court, though.
Well, here, I can hold court right here for you. I'm just as a piece, you know.
Why, sure, that's a good idea. Lum can give you a trial right now. Won't take but just a minute, and it'll save you that much money, Cedric.
Of course, Cedric ought to have a lawyer to represent him.
Lawyer, huh?
But I reckon you could do that, Abner.
Why, sure, be proud to.
Make it legal and all.
Yeah.
You ain't a member of the bar,
Oh,
of
well,
course.
I've looked at a lot of them law books of yours over there, old Lum. I never read them particular good, but I've looked at a lot of them. Come on, let's get started. I'll defend you, Cedric.
Hey, look, I wish you'd just take this $1.50
Be quiet now, Cedric. Be quiet. Don't throw your money away, foolish. Go ahead, Lum. Get the court started.
All right.
Yeah,
I hereby declare this court open for business.
Yeah.
First case is Mr. Cedric Weehunt versus the Township of Pine Ridge, Arkansas.
Hey.
Gomer's waiting for me.
Hush up, Cedric.
Does the counsel for the defendant plead guilty or not guilty?
Huh?
You're appealing the case, ain't you?
Why, sure. We repeal. Yes, sir.
Well, then you're pleading not guilty.
Why, of course we're not guilty. Is that all there is to it now, Lum?
Oh, no. I've got to hear the case first.
Case, huh?
You've got to cross-examine Cedric and find out why he thinks he ain't guilty.
Oh, well, that's easy. Cedric, why is it now
Wait a
that
minute. Cedric, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Mom, but Gomer's waiting for me. We want to get going.
Well, this'll just take a second. Cedric Weehunt, why do you think you ain't guilty?
'Cause I ain't, that's why.
Yeah, see there, Lum, he says himself.
Well, wait, though. Cedric, how do you know you honked your horn when you was coming out of that alley?
'Cause I pressed the button, that's how I know.
Well, did you hear the horn honk, Cedric?
No, Mom.
Oh, you never, huh?
No. I can't never hear the horn blow whenever my motor's running on account of it got such a loud cutout on it.
Oh, well, that's different then. Well, that takes care of that then, don't it, Lum?
Just a second here.
Wait a minute. What you looking up there in that law book, Lum? Where'd you get that?
It belongs to Uncle Henry. He's laying here on the desk.
Oh, what you looking at that for?
I'll tell you quick. Here it is. Here it is.
Here, what is? What is it, Lum?
Just what I thought. Cedric, I'm feared I'm going to have to fine you $10.
$10? What for?
For having a cutout on his car.
Oh.
That's against the law, and $10 is the lowest amount I'm allowed to fine him.
Doggone it anyway. Well, let me get some more money out here. $10, huh?
Yeah, well, wait a minute, Cedric. Wait a minute. I don't believe you ought to pay that. I believe I'll just repeal the case again.
No, Mom, I can't waste no more time. Gomer's waiting for me.
Well, it's a heap better to waste time than to waste that much money. Your honors, I'll repeal the case again.
Have you got some new evidence to bring up?
Dog it, I'll find some new evidence. Cedric, are you sure now
Here,
that...
just take this $10 or $11.50 and let me go. Gomer's waiting for me.
Well, now, wait a minute. Just hold your horses, Cedric. You need somebody to look after your financial affairs. I can see that right now. Now, tell me this, Cedric. Are you sure that you got a cutout on your car?
Yes, Mom. Well, it ain't really one, I don't think. Just a sort of homemade one.
Oh, well, here, wait a minute. There's something important. You say it ain't actual a real cutout?
No, Mom, not exactly.
Just some little old no-count thing you made yourself, huh?
No, Mom, I never made it. I got it from Whitey Everett.
Oh.
He made it, I think.
He did, huh?
Yes, Mom. Him and me was matching pennies one day, and I won all his pennies from him. Finally, I won that cutout from him, too. Boy, I was going good that day, too.
Well, Your Honor, I believe that proves that this cutout ain't actual a cutout, and Cedric never bought it in no store. Lum, you ain't listening to me. Quit reading that book and pay attention to me here. I'm a lawyer.
Here it is, right here.
Huh?
If any person shall be guilty of betting any money or any valuable thing on any game of hazard or skill...
Hey, wait a minute now, Lum. What's that part there you're reading?
Don't you see? Cedric's guilty of gambling.
Gambling?
According to the statutes here, it looks like I gotta fine him $50.
$50?
$50? Oh, doggone it. I ain't got that much money with me.
Doggies, wait a minute. Repeal the case again. I'll repeal it.
On what ground?
On the grounds right here that I'm a-standing on. That's what ground.
I mean, for what reason?
Well, 'cause I don't think you ought to have to pay no such amount as that. That's a reason. Law me, you can't hardly call that gambling, Lum. Why, that Whitey Ebbers, he's just a young'un. I bound you ain't more 12 or 13-year-old.
Is that all he is, Cedric?
Yes, Mom. Whitey's just 13, I believe.
Yeah, see there?
All the older he is.
Yeah, see there, Lum?
Grannies, I wish you hadn't have told me that.
Huh?
'Cause that ain't nothing I can do now but add $100 onto that fine.
$100? What for?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Whitey's a minor.
Why, he ain't no such a thing. He works down there at the drugstore.
I mean, he's underage. According to the laws here, it's a $100 fine to entice a minor into a betting game or gambling stuff. Here, you can read it yourself.
I don't want to read it.
Well, can I just owe you all that money and go fishing
Hey,
now?
wait a minute, Cedric. I got out of here. Wait a
Well,
minute.
let's not do no more of that repealing, Mr. Abner. I just can't afford it.
Well, here, though, wait a minute. Why can't we go back and start all over again? Only this time, Cedric, you say you're guilty of not honking your horn, then you can pay the $1.50 fine, that'll close the case.
Well, that's what I wanted to do all the time.
Yeah, that's the best idea, I believe. Just saved you over $150 right there. Go ahead, Cedric. Say you're guilty.
I'm guilty. I never honked my horn.
That's that time.
Here's my $1.50 right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, much obliged. Yeah, I hope you have a nice fishing trip, Cedric. And if you get some big ones, would you bring me over a couple to the place
Well,
there?
wait just 1 second here.
Huh?
Give Cedric that money back, Abner.
Give it back. Oh, don't he have to pay no fine at all, huh?
Well, while Cedric was under oath, he said he honked his horn, and then he turned around and said he didn't.
Huh?
So one of them times he gave false testimony, and that's perjury.
Perjury?
Yes, sir. It says here that I'll have to sentence him to the penitentiary for 1 to 15 years.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Aye, doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down at Pine Ridge. Well, Mary's term of probation is proving to be harder on Lum and Abner than it is on Mary herself. Town Marshal, Uncle Henry Lunsford, who has been appointed probation officer, is using this new office to great advantage. While ill with oak poisoning, he forced the old fellows to run the jailhouse for him, and now he has other demands to make upon them. As we look upon the little community today, we find Lum and Abner in their Jotham Down store and library, repairing a wheelchair.
Doggies, Lum, I don't see why we have to fix this dadgum wheelchair for anyway. We ain't in a repairing business, got one of them fix-it shops or nothing.
We have to fix it because it's broke down with Uncle Henry yesterday, that's why.
Yeah, but he don't need a wheelchair no more than me or you needs one.
Of course he don't. He can walk as good as anybody. You know what he claims? He claims that poison oak made him so weak that his legs won't hold him up no more.
Oh, prattle.
He does. That's what he says. Well, I ain't no happier about this than you are, but I don't know what we can do about it. That Uncle Henry's got us right where he wants us. Was that our ring, did you notice?
I don't know. It might have been. I never paid no attention. I was looking at the chair here.
Well, hold your hammering for a second there while I see.
Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
Hello, Jotham Down store and library. Lum Edder's talking.
Uncle Henry.
Yeah, we're working on it, Uncle Henry.
Snake in the weeds.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll have it done in just a few minutes. Well, I'll send Abner down with it then. Yeah, well, then he can wheel you over there.
Now, just a minute now,
Yeah,
Lum.
all right, Uncle Henry. Not at all. Goodbye.
Lum, I ain't gonna be so on the public streets pushing that Uncle Henry around this wheelchair. I can tell you that right now.
Well, all you have to do is just push it over to the jailhouse, pick him up, and wheel him over to the restaurant.
Restaurant?
Says he's getting hungry.
I don't care if he's starving to death. I ain't gonna do it.
Abner, you have to do it. You know what he says every time we refuse to do something he asks us to do.
Yeah, I know. Says, how would you like to see an article in the paper saying that Mary Edwards is actual Ellie Connors from a Reformatory? That's what he says.
Yes, sir, and he'll do that, too.
I don't
He'll go
doubt it.
direct to the newspaper office and give them the whole story.
Yeah, the varmint.
And you know what that'd do to Mary. Just ruin her life here in Pine Ridge. That's what it'd do.
Yeah, I know it. Well, why don't you wheel him over to the restaurant then instead of me?
'Cause I wheeled him around all day yesterday, that's why.
Oh,
That is, I wheeled him till the chair broke down. And he claims that I made it break down on a purpose, too.
yeah. Well, did you?
No, but I might not wish I had of.
I wouldn't doubt what you did, neither.
And here's something else. He claims the fall sprained his ankle, so now he needs the chair worse than ever.
Oh, sassy frass.
But we'd better hurry up and get it fixed now so you can get on over and get him.
Well, all right. Law, me and you are going to be the laughing stocks of this whole town, though, slaving around this way for Uncle Henry Lunsford.
I know it.
Everybody thinks it's awful peculiar. And we can't tell nobody why we're doing it, 'cause they'd find out all about Mary then.
Well, we just got to grin and bear it till Mary's probationary term is done.
I don't know how you're going to grin while you're being a laughing stock.
Abner, you might just as well stop grumbling about it.
All right, Dogies, if I do grin, though, I ain't going to grin my level best, I know that. No, sir. That's the awfulest thing I ever heard of in my life. Folks will think I'm a half-growed idiot going around grinning all the time.
No, they won't. Folks know you're full-growed.
Well, just the same, Lum, if I have to wheel that
Now,
varmint
listen,
around
Abner,
town...
you're getting off easy.
Easy?
All you got to do is take him to the restaurant and back again.
That's easy.
I had to wheel him up and down the main street, forwards and backwards, mightn't I, all Sunday afternoon. Folks staring at us most of the time, and you never helped me once. Not once.
Well, Elizabeth sort of likes to have me stick around the place on Sundays long, I think.
Taking him to church in the morning was no easy matter, neither. When I had to pick him up and tote him into church and set him down in the pew, I could hear folks snickering and giggling all around me there.
Well, you did look sort of comical there. Special when you might not trip with him walking down the aisle there.
Well, it weren't no laughing matter to me, I can tell you that. I had to hold a songbook for him, turn the pages, and I don't know what all.
Yeah.
And that singing of his. There's the worst one thing I ever sat next to.
Oh, he ain't much of a singer. He sings loud enough, though. You got to admit that, Lum. You can hear him.
Well, that's the worst part about it. He thinks he can harmonize. Tries to sing middle altory, he calls it.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, keeps getting you off the tune all the time. Just sings by main strength, that's all he does.
Yeah. I recollect one time him and little Pearl had to sing a 2-part duet together, and only way she could keep on a tune was just sing louder than him. Out-drowned him, you know. And, of course, she could do that. That little Pearl has got a voice on her. Yes, sir, she sure has.
Well,
she has got a voice.
Kind of smart with his singing. He generally gets a bar or two ahead of the rest of them so as he can be heard better.
Yeah, he'll do that every time.
Yeah, I wish Pearl had been there Sunday and drowned him out.
Yeah.
But what was worse than that was having to amen for him all the time.
Amen for
Yeah,
him.
he claimed his voice was so weak from his sickness he didn't hardly have strength enough to amen for himself.
For the land's sake.
I noticed it never affected his singing none.
Well, you must have been busy, 'cause Uncle Henry's about to amen, and this one feller we got in the congregation, he amens anything.
Every time he wanted to amen, he'd nudge me. By the time I got all through amening for him and me both, I never even knowed what the sermon was about, hardly.
You did have a time of it, didn't you?
And another thing, the most embarrassing part of the whole thing was when they passed a collection plate around.
What do he want you to do, put in some money for him?
No, but he handed me a quarter and told me to drop it in and then made me fish around the plate till I could get him 20 cents in change.
You mean he just put in 5 cents?
That's all, just 5 cents, a nickel. And when I finally got the change for him, a dime and 2 nickels, he made me get the plate back again and change one of the nickels into 5 pennies.
Pennies? What do you want them for?
Wanted to get some gum out of that gum machine down at Luke Spears's restaurant.
Well, if that don't beat all. I wondered what all that commotion was about down there where you and him was sitting.
Tell you, Abner, I never was so embarrassed in all my life.
I could see everybody in front of you turn around looking back there. You kept Brother Williams there standing there by you for at least 10 minutes while you was making change.
Well, it was awful, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Maybe now you can see how easy you're getting off on this wheelchair business.
Well, I reckon it won't be so bad. I wish I had a discicise to wear, though. I know that.
Is the chair about all fixed now?
Yeah, I believe it is, Lum. I tried pushing it across the floor there once, see how it runs. I believe it's all right.
All right, I just hope it'll hold him this time.
Oh, it will. I braced it pretty good. How's it roll all right now?
Yeah, it's fine. It works off. I believe that was our ring again.
That one wheel wobbles a little, but I don't reckon it'll come off. I think it's on
Let me
there.
see if that's our ring. Jot him down, store and library. Lum and Abner's talking. How's that, Uncle Henry? Oh, yeah, it's all ready. No, Abner ain't left yet.
I wish he weren't leaving either.
Well, yeah, the sun is awful hot, Uncle Henry, but I don't think...
Push that old man.
When did Doc Miller tell you that?
Uh-oh.
Oh, but Uncle Henry, don't you think that looked kind of silly? Huh? Oh, you're making out the report on Mary, huh?
Doc Miller tell him go to bed
Well,
and stay there.
we'd be glad to fix it up for you then.
Or bury us.
All right, Uncle Henry. Goodbye.
Now what does he want, Lum?
Well, first of all, I better tell you that he's making out the weekly report to send to the Reformatory.
What report?
The one telling how good or how bad Mary's been behaving so far during the probation.
Oh,
So that's why I agreed to do this.
to do what?
Well, it ain't much, really.
How?
Have we got a parasol around the store, umbrella?
Parasol.
Yeah, Uncle Henry claims Doc Miller told him he's supposed to stay out of the hot sun with his poison oak, so he wants us to tie a parasol on the wheelchair.
Now listen, Lum.
We got to do it, Abner.
Oh.
Didn't little Pearl have a parasol one time?
Yeah, fact is it's back there in the feed room now, but that thing's red and yellow, Lum. It's got fringe on it. I ain't gonna push no chair down the road with fringe on an umbrella, I'll
Well,
tell
I
you that.
done told him we'd do it now, so you better go back and get the parasol.
Yeah, but now, Lum, now that's just carrying things.
You want him to write a good report to the Reformatory about Mary, don't you?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
All right, then. Go ahead and get it while I answer the phone.
All right, doggies, when this probation's going, I'm gonna...
Jot him down, store and library. Lum and Abner's talking. Oh, what is it, Cedric? No, I ain't got time to go see such things. Well, now listen, Cedric, don't buy too many of them patented potato peelers, 'cause them fellers are mostly fakes. Well, I don't care how big a crowd he's got around him. They're fakes, I tell you. Wait a minute, whereabouts is this big crowd? Front of the restaurant, huh? Uh-oh. Granny, don't let Abner know that. Yeah, he'll have to walk by there. But much obliged for calling. All right, Cedric, goodbye.
Who was that, Lum? Uncle Henry again?
No, it was just Cedric. Didn't want nothing, though.
Oh, well, here's this little old parasol, Lum, but I dog it, I wouldn't want to be saw pushing it around, I'll tell you that.
Well, this won't take you long, though. Here,
Oh,
let's see if we can't just tie it right on the back of the chair. Right
Look at
here.
that fringe around that. If that don't look something awful, look at that.
Yeah, hand me a piece of string off the counter there.
All right, all
I
right.
think this is going to work out all right.
Doggy, that thing looks like a overgrown baby buggy. Why Uncle Henry wants to ride around a rig like that, I'll never know. That's the only thing good about this whole idea. I'd a heap rather be seen pushing that chair than riding in it, I'll tell you that.
Oh, me too. Well, leastways, that ought to keep the sun off of Uncle Henry.
Yeah, I'll bound you Doc Miller never told him nothing like that, neither.
Well, I got my doubts about that, too, but we can't argue with him about that now.
No.
All right, I reckon you better get going now.
Lum, I just don't believe I can go through with it. I can't do it, Lum.
Well, you have to. More than likely sitting there waiting for you, so better hurry.
Now, wait a minute, that's all right. I'll have to answer the phone
No,
first.
I'll get it. You get started. I'll answer it myself. Jot him down, store and library. Oh, yeah, Uncle Henry. He's just leaving. Do what? Oh, well, you don't need to worry about that. It's braced good now. But, Uncle Henry... yeah, I know, but... Well, all right, then. Yeah, right away. Goodbye.
Now, what does he want, Lum?
Well, here.
Huh?
You won't need to push it after all. I'll do it.
You will? Well, I don't get good for you. You're a true friend, Lum.
Here's the reason Uncle Henry's afraid the wheelchair will break down again, so he wants it tested out this time.
Tested?
Yeah. So he wants one of us to ride in the chair on the way over to the jailhouse, so... Get in, Abner. Leastways, you won't get sunburned.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Town Marshal Uncle Henry Lunsford's oak poisoning is considerably improved by now, but not his disposition. He's back on the job as Mary's probation officer, zealously trying to get something on Mary that will warrant sending her back to the Reformatory. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner in their Jot 'em Down store and library. Lum is answering the telephone. Listen.
Jot 'em Down store and library. Lum Edwards talking. Oh, what is it, Uncle Henry?
Uh-oh, what does he want us to do now?
Why, no, Mary ain't here right now. What do you want to see her about?
Think we's his slaves the way he's been acting lately.
She done what?
Making a regular Simons McGee out of himself.
Why, that's ridiculous. What makes you think it was Mary? Well, that don't prove nothing.
And some bloodhound.
Well, yeah, sure, I'll ask her about it, but I know you're mistaken.
Big hook.
Yeah. Well, how's your poison oak now? You all over it yet? Well, I'm proud to hear that. All right, I'll ask her. All right, Uncle Henry. Goodbye.
Lum, what's he accusing Mary of doing now?
Oh, that one-track-minded varmint.
Huh?
Miss Pomeroy reported to him that somebody had took a dozen lemons and a big cooking kettle off of her back porch. So right away, Uncle Henry's dead sure that Mary was the one that done it.
For the land's sake.
The only proof he's got is that he's seen her playing over in that direction today.
He's bound and determined he's going to accuse her of something so as he can send her back to that reformatory. What's he got agin her anyway? What does he hate and despise the young'un so much for long?
Oh, it ain't that. He just wants to show what a big importance policeman he is, that's all. Just went to his head, I think.
Sneaky old snoop. I believe if we was to have a cyclone or earthquake, he'd accuse Mary of starting it.
Yeah, just about what he'd try to do, all right.
Dog it, I wish we would have an earthquake just to see it.
Abner, watch out what you're saying.
Huh?
Don't tempt fate that way.
Oh, excuse me, Fate. I was just fooling.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
After this, be more careful what you go around wishing for. I recollect one time Emmett Goshen. Wait a minute, there comes Mary up out there.
Huh? Oh, Mary, yeah.
Now we'll find out the truth about this prittle-prattle of Uncle Henry's.
Yeah, what was it about Emmett Goshen?
Oh, yeah, well, one day Emmett was out in his field, and he's disgusted something wonderful because the grasshoppers had ruined most of his crops, so he says, by Jiminy, I wish lightning would strike me.
Uh-oh.
And you know that 2 days later, lightning struck a tree over at the Barton place?
Well, I do. Oh, what? Was Emmett up in the tree?
No, but that just shows you how close you can come to them things.
Huh?
Yeah, hello, sis.
Yeah, where about you been, Mary?
Oh, different places. Say, Uncle Abner, can I have some of that cardboard and crayons you used to print signs with?
I reckon so. What do you want with them?
Oh, I want to print some signs.
What kind of sign?
Oh, just some regular signs. I gotta hurry because I promised Kenny I'd meet him down at the corner.
Oh, Kenny Pomeroy, huh? I thought you wasn't going to have nothing to do with him no more, 'cause he's too young for you.
Well, he's getting older every day, and he's old for his age, too.
Say, speaking of Kenny Pomeroy, you was out by the Pomeroy place today, wasn't you?
Pomeroy place?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to know that for?
Well, Uncle Henry Lunsford said that he seen you over that way this morning.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was over there for a while. Me and Kenny was.
Well, do you know anything about a kettle and some lemons?
Some lemons?
Yeah, lemons.
Lemons. What color lemons?
Well, I reckon just a regular color, yeller.
Yeah, Miss Pomeroy had a dozen of them on her back porch, and now they're gone.
They're gone, huh?
Yeah, plumb gone.
Well, wonder where they could have went to.
Mary, you didn't have nothing to do with that, did you?
Did Uncle Henry say I did?
Why, sure. Anything that's missing in this town, he blames it on you right away. You got to be awful careful what you do, sis.
Yes, sir.
Now, we know you never taken that stuff, of course, sis, but we just have to make sure you never had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
We don't want you to be in accessories after the facts or nothing like that.
No, sir, we don't want you to... Huh?
We can't take no chances as long as you're on probation, you know.
No, sir.
Not long, I believe that's our ring there.
Well, go ahead and get it then, answer it.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah. You can run along now, sis, but just keep out of trouble, because you can't afford to get in none right now.
Got 'em down store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Huh? What proof? You sure about that, Uncle Henry?
Well, so long, Uncle Lum.
Oh, wait a minute, sis.
Yeah, well, I'll take that up with Lum.
I want to talk to you some more.
Yeah, all right, Uncle Henry.
What'd he say?
Why, he claims that Miss Clayton seen Mary walking down the street with a kettle on her arm.
Granny. I wonder if he just made that up.
Well, he says we can call up Miss Clayton and ask her ourselves if we want to.
How about that, Mary?
Well, it's a funny thing, but I remember now that I was carrying a kettle around, I guess.
Well, why didn't you come right out flat-footed and admit that when I first asked you about this?
Well, I didn't know which kettle you was talking about. You see, we just found this one on a junk pile. You see, Kenny was the one that picked it up.
Junk pile, huh?
Uh-huh.
Whereabouts do you mean? The junk pile west of town there?
No, this was just a little bitty old junk pile. It was sort of out in back of the Pomeroy place.
Oh, I see.
Not even on their lot. It's way off. It's 2 or 3 feet at least.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny picked it up.
Well, wait a minute, old Miss Pomeroy said the kettle was sitting on the back porch lawn.
Yeah, how about that, sis?
Well, it might have been sitting there once, but then it just might have rolled away, you know. You know how things roll sometimes.
Might have rolled, huh?
Uh-huh.
Reckon how a kettle would ever get started rolling in the first place?
Well, maybe somebody might have knocked it off the porch, sort of. I think I might have done that myself when I wasn't looking. I swing my arms around a lot, you know. It's good exercise.
It must have been a pretty smart kettle to be able to roll clean from their porch out to that junk pile. Have to roll out through the barn around them chicken coops. There's about the smartest kettle I ever heard tell of.
Well, somebody could have kicked it once in a while.
Somebody could have, huh?
Uh-huh. I ain't sure, but it just seems like me and Kenny was kicking a kettle or something like that around the backyard there.
Oh.
You ain't sure, though, huh?
No, but I think maybe that was it. It was just by accident, though, of course.
Oh, sure, just by accident. Yeah.
You know how things get in your way, and you ain't looking where you're going, and you sort of kick them, and, well, you know, you kick them, and they roll just by accident, you know.
Uh-huh.
Well, look, here, let's put some of these buckets on the floor, and I'll show you how you kick something without hardly ever knowing you're doing it, hardly.
No. We don't need no demonstrate, sis. We understand the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Kenny, he was the one that picked it up.
Yeah, you done told us that. And all you done was just knock it off the porch and kick it off their property and carry it away.
Yeah, that's all. Kenny picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even have to tell him to pick it up at all, hardly.
Well, whereabouts is the kettle now? That's the important thing.
Oh, I ain't got it now. Kenny has it.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir. Honest, he has. He honest and true, and cross my heart.
Well, thank goodness he's got
Yeah.
it. Now, that puts you in the clear, then.
Yeah, Miss Pomeroy ain't gonna accuse her own young'un of stealing the kettle from her. I'm proud you let him take it, sis.
Yes, sir.
Now, what about the lemons?
The lemons?
Yeah, the lemons.
Did you sort of kick them around, too, for a while there till you got them shoved over onto the next lot?
Oh, no, I didn't kick no lemons. No, honest, I didn't.
Well, what did you do with them?
I ain't got no lemons.
Did Kenny take them himself?
No, I know Kenny didn't take them.
How do you know he never?
Well, I never seen him take them.
You know, Lum, Miss Pomeroy might be mistaken about them lemons. She might have misplaced them or something herself, you know.
Well, of course she might have. She is sort of absent-minded that way.
Why, sure she is. I know one time her and Elizabeth was supposed to fix the victuals for the women's club meeting one day, and she just plumb forgot all about it. And
Yeah, you told me about that once, Abner.
Oh.
Listen, Mary,
I reckon you ain't in no serious trouble over this, but from now on, you've got to be way yonder more careful. Or you know where Uncle Henry will send you to.
Yes, sir. I'll be awful careful.
I think we can square this up to where Miss Pomeroy will tell Uncle Henry it was all a mistake. But I think it wouldn't hurt to punish you a little.
Punish me?
Yeah. You never actually taken nothing, and I'm proud of that, but we want to learn you that you can't take other folks' property and kick it around like you did. Mutilate it.
Well, I won't do that again.
Well, now, here's what we're going to do. You're going to take all the allowance money that you've saved up and buy Miss Pomeroy a brand new kettle with it.
That's a good idea, Lum. That other must be might nigh been old to pieces by now, you kicking it around the way you did. Yeah, you better buy her a new one, sis.
And if you ain't got enough money saved up, well, you just have to take it out of your allowance for the next few weeks.
Oh, well, I won't have to do that, because I'm going to be earning my own money now.
Earning your own money?
Uh-huh. Me and Kenny are going into business.
Huh?
That's what I wanted to make some signs for.
What kind of business you going into?
We're opening up a lemonade stand.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down at Pine Ridge. Well, Mary Edwards' entrance into the lemonade business hasn't helped her standing any with the probation officer, Uncle Henry Lunsford. So Lum and Abner are forced to work harder than ever to placate the old town marshal so that he'll send good reports to the Reformatory regarding Mary's conduct. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store and library. He's talking on the telephone.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I'll tell Lum quick as he comes back.
Wonderful. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Abner.
Just a second, Cedric.
Never seen you talking on the telephone.
Yeah, well, I'll tell him, Uncle Henry. Uh-huh. All right, goodbye. Hey, what did you want today, Cedric? Some more peanut butter?
No, I just never had nothing to do today, so I thought I'd come over here to do it.
Well, I see.
Me and Whitey Everett was going out hunting squirrels today, but he can't do it now because he's in bed with the measles.
Measles?
Yes, Mom, he got them.
Well,
He got one of them quarantine signs on the house, too.
quarantine, that is, Cedric.
Yes, Mom. Got one of them on Whitey's house. Got it nailed right up there, too.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that about Whitey.
Says
Is he bad
measles.
sick, Cedric?
Mom?
Is he bad sick?
Oh, I don't know. They got a sign up there says he is, though. Got him quarantined.
Yeah, well, did you find out from his mama if she thought he was very sick or not, Cedric? Wait a minute, there comes Lum. I got to tell him something.
Morning, Mr. Long.
Yeah, say, Lum.
Cedric?
Uncle Henry Lunsford called a while ago, and...
Yeah, I figured he would. I know he's still trying to make something out of that thing yesterday where Mary taking the lemons and the kettle off Miss Pomeroy's porch. But we better not discuss that now in front of Cedric.
Well, that spells Cedric. I know that good.
Oh, yeah. Well, this one about that, though, Lum.
You weren't?
No.
Well, what's he done now? Studied up something new to make slaves out of us over?
No, he just called up to tell you about that sister of his.
Sister?
Yeah.
Sylvia?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, my goodness. That homely old sour-faced sister that lives in Fort Smith.
Well, she don't live in Fort Smith no more, Lum. She's going to live here in Pine Ridge with Uncle Henry now.
She is?
Yeah, got in here last night.
Well, that's good enough. Serves Uncle Henry right. Just about what that varmint deserves. Having her come to live with. Them two will more than likely drive one another stark raving mad crazy inside of 3 weeks.
Oh, at least that.
Well, what did he call up to tell us that for?
Well, she wants to get herself a job here in town, so Uncle Henry thought you could take her around to different places and see if you couldn't help her get a job. I'm supposed to get Sylvia Lunsford a job? Yeah, and Mac Millins is invited over to their place for supper tonight, and Uncle Henry said he'd fixed it so that you can go along with her. He did? Yeah. A very idea. If he ain't got a nerve. I told him I'd tell you. I never knowed what else to do. So he thinks he's going to marry me off to that sister of his, does he? I don't know. Well, I ain't going to do it, I can tell you that. Tell him and everybody else, too. Well, now, Lum, you got to do it. You know, marrying, that probations and all that stuff. Oh, now, that's just going a little too far. That's one thing I know I ain't going to do. I ain't going to go nowhere with Sylvia Lunsford. Yeah, but, Lum, Uncle Henry said if you do this, why, he might forget about that lemon and no, I reckon I better not tell you that in front of Cedric.
Well, I believe you spelled it wrong there, Mr. Abner.
I never done no such a thing. I know how to spell your name better than you do, Cedric. Well, anyway, Lum, that's why you got to do this, if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I got it, but, Grannies, I just can't stand to be around that woman. That's all there are to it. But you're doing it for Mary's sake, though, Lum. Wait a minute, I believe that's our ring ring. I don't know. I'll see. Got him downstairs in the library, Abner Peabody doing the talking. Yeah, he's back. Just a minute. There, Lum, Uncle Henry. I don't want to talk to him. Tell him I can't make it. Well, you better have an awful good reason or you know what'll happen now. Yeah, that's right. Well, tell him I got to set up with a sick friend. Tell him that. Go on. Hello, Uncle Henry. Lum says he'd love to go with your sister, but he just can't do it. He's got to set up with a sick feller. I never said I'd love to go with her, but... Why, it's, Cedric Weehon. Yeah.
How's that spelled, with a C or a S?
Oh, he's awful sick. Why, he's got the measles.
I have?
He must have caught him from Whitey Abbott.
Oh, doggone it anyways.
Well, I reckon his mom and papa could sit up with him, but, he just keeps asking for Lum, and Lum says maybe some other time he can go out with your sister.
I must have got him reading that sign.
Yeah.
Catched him through my eyes.
Yeah, all right. Goodbye.
Granny, you done good there, Abner. I'm proud of you.
Good for me.
It's quick thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he believed it all right?
Well, he acted specious at first, but I think I final convinced him.
Whereabouts do I hurt the most, reckon?
Huh?
Am I bad sick, Mr. Abner?
Oh, well, you ain't actual sick, Cedric.
I heard you say I was.
I just told Uncle Henry.
Well, now, if I'm sick, I might as well know it. You don't have to spell out my name no more. Have I got red spots on my face yet?
Cedric, you ain't sick.
Well, if I got the measles, I am. Or to be in bed right now. I don't feel very good. Can I lay down on that pile of horse blankets over there?
For the land's sake, Cedric, come on back here. You're all right.
Yeah, you don't need to lay down or nothing like that, Cedric. Ain't them kind of measles.
Well, I better. I'm getting to feel worse all the time.
Oh, my goodness, it's imagination.
Just sure comes over you fast, don't it? When I come in here a little bit ago, I felt perfect good. Now look at me.
Listen, Cedric, you ain't got the measles.
Get the phone, Abner. I'll try and straighten Cedric out on the measles.
Yeah. I got him downstairs in the library.
Look at my tongue, Mr. Long.
How's that, Uncle Henry?
I don't want to look at your tongue. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Oh, you called over to Cedric's house, huh?
Never felt so bad in my life.
Well, natural. He ain't at home because he's over here. Yeah, we're taking care of him here at the store. Well, you see it come over him awful fast. When he come in here a little bit ago, he just felt perfect all right.
Just exactly the way it happened. Just come over me all of a sudden.
No, you better not come over here and see him, Uncle Henry, because,
Well, I have to be quarantined, Mr. Long?
We're quarantined in here, that's why.
I think so, Cedric.
Yeah, that's why his mama and papa can't set up with him and why Lum has to do it.
Granny, this is working out good.
Yeah, well, I'll tell Cedric that. Yeah, all right, Uncle Henry. Yeah, goodbye.
Granny's Abner, I believe you're getting smart. You're getting to be more like me.
Oh, it ain't really nothing. Hardly. Say, Cedric, Uncle Henry said to tell you he hopes you get well quick.
Boy, I hope so, too. I never felt so sick in all my life, I don't believe.
Oh.
Well, I got pains.
Doggies, wait a minute here. Mom, you don't reckon Cedric has got the measles, do you?
Oh, no, I felt of his head. He ain't got no fever or nothing like that.
What if he did have them, though, and we'd catch them from him?
Oh, there ain't no danger there. And even if we did get him, that'd still be a whole lot more enjoyable than having to be around Sylvia Lunsford, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I believe I'd have my druthers. I'd rather have the measles than to have to be around that woman.
Take the measles every time. Oh, say, before I forget it, we better get a cardboard and print measles on it.
Measles?
Yeah. Better have that tacked up out in front just in case Uncle Henry comes snooping around.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, because he'll more likely do it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Quarantine sign.
Yeah.
I believe that's our ring again. I'll get it while you make the sign.
Yeah, I'll fix it right now.
Hello, jot 'em down, store and library. Lum and Abner's talking. Mom? Oh, well, now, don't you worry, Miss Weehan. Cedric's all right. No, Mama. Be quiet, Cedric. Yeah, well, we are quarantined in here, but he ain't serious at all. No, I'll explain the whole thing to you sometime. Well, now, just don't you worry. Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. All right, Miss Weehan. I'll let you know if he gets any worse. But don't worry. Not at all, not at all. Goodbye. Thanks. I wish I could have explained everything to her right now, but I just didn't dare to take the chance. Uncle Henry's more than likely listening in on the party line.
Yeah, that's just about like him, all right. How this sign look, Lum? Look there.
Wait a minute. Measles is spelled M-E-A, not M-E-E.
Oh.
And I believe there's 2 L's in it, too, Abner.
2 of them, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll just put another on the end here, then.
No, it don't go on the end.
Huh?
It goes there in the middle somewhere.
Oh, middle, huh? I'll just put a little L right up here. That's enough. That's 2 of them in there.
I don't know. Let me look at that.
Right there.
Reckon they'll know what that is.
Why, sure, you can tell that's me.
Whereabouts do you hurt the most when you got the measles?
I don't know, Cedric. Whereabouts do you think your pain's at?
Well, I can't seem to locate them, definite.
Oh.
I know whereabouts they're supposed to be. Well, maybe I can find them then.
You ain't got none to find, Cedric.
Well, I must have some, because I'm sick. Have I got red spots yet?
Why, no, Cedric, course not. For the land's sakes alive.
Here, Abner. Hand me the sign, I'll go out and tack it up.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Here, hammer's laying right there on the counter. Yeah.
Mr. Abner, look at me close and see if you can't see just a few red spots on me.
Well, Cedric, I know
Answer the phone there.
All right, I'll get it. You ain't got the measles, Cedric, but I'll look it. All right, Doggers, wait a minute. I believe you are getting some red spots. Here, let me answer the phone here first. Sit down there and rest yourself. Jot 'em down, store and library. Oh, how'd you hear about Cedric, Walt? Oh, Miss Weehan told you, huh?
I make out a wheel.
How's that, Walt?
It'll leave all my stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what'd you say, Walt? I can't hear nothing. Cedric, be quiet.
Tell Mr. Walt I won't be able to work tonight at the defense plant.
Well, you won't have to, Cedric. What's that, Walt? Well, you don't need to do that. Well, yeah, I reckon you ought to take care of your workers, but I don't... Well, all right, if it's a company rule you made, why, it's all right, I guess, Walt. Huh? Oh, yeah, well, all right, Walt. Goodbye. Doggers, come here, Lum. Look here, I believe Cedric has got the measles. Look at them red spots on his face there.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we are quarantined sure enough then.
Huh?
Better call Doc Miller, Abner.
Yeah, well, I was just talking to Walt Bates on the phone there, and he says they're going to send a company nurse over to take care of Cedric.
Company nurse?
Yeah.
I never knowed they had one.
Yeah, well, they just now hired a new one, Sylvia Lunsford.
Sylvia Lunsford?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, that means we're going to be quarantined in the store here with her. Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Doggers, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, yesterday, Uncle Henry Lunsford's sister, Sylvia, arrived in town, and Uncle Henry, taking further advantage of his power over the old fellows as Mary's probation officer, began trying to make a match between Sylvia and Lum. In attempting to get out of this, Lum managed to get himself and Abner quarantined in the store with
measles victim Cedric, and with Sylvia as the nurse. As we look in on the little community today, we find Cedric in bed in the Jot-'em-Down store with Sylvia nearby, while Lum and Abner listlessly play checkers. Listen.
Yeah, go ahead, Abner. It's your move, I believe.
Uh-huh. Though it's so dark in here, I can't hardly see the checkerboard no more.
It is sort of hard on the feller's eyes.
Say, Miss Lunsford, can we turn on a light or raise them curtains just a little bit?
No.
Oh. Well, just a little light wouldn't hurt Cedric, would it? It's so doggone dark in here, you can't see this away.
The patient must be kept in a dark room.
Oh. You say his ma moved on?
Yeah.
Let's see. I believe this is one of my men. That is a red in there, ain't it, Lum?
Yeah. Say, Miss Lunsford, don't you reckon we could move Cedric into the feed room and just keep that part of the store dark?
I told you once, no.
Oh.
The window is broken back there, and the patient must be guarded against catching cold. Not be under draft.
Sure move now, Lum.
All right.
I'll move that one right there.
Wait, I believe that's one of my men, ain't it?
I don't know. It might be. I can't tell. It's so dark.
It don't matter.
Now, we ought to mark some of these checkers white with a piece of chalk or something.
To be right honest, my heart ain't exactly in this. Game ain't nothing but a holler of mockeries.
Huh?
Hey, Miss Lunsford, I'm sort of thirsty. I'd like to...
Lie down, Cedric. You're sleeping.
Oh, excuse me, I forgot.
Patient must have plenty of rest.
Patient ought to have his neck broke for ever coming down with the measles here in the store in the first place.
What did you say, Mr. Peabody?
Oh, nothing.
Abner, will you finish this checker game by yourself? I'm going back in the feed room for a while.
In the feed room?
Yeah, I want to go back there and sit in a nice, pleasant draft.
Huh?
Will you two please speak in a lower tone? The patient must have it quiet. The patient must be kept away from noise.
Oh, the patient, huh?
Edwards,
Mom?
if you're going to the back room, bring me a glass of water. Time for the patient's medicine.
Yeah, all right, Miss Lunsford.
And be sure the glass is clean, sterilized, germ-free.
Yes, Mom. I'll germinate it.
And hurry. Patient must be kept on a regular schedule.
Yes, Mom.
Patient this, patient that.
What did you say, Mr. Peabody?
Oh, nothing.
Am I still sleeping, Miss Lunsford?
Yes?
Oh. Couldn't tell. Can't hear myself snoring or nothing.
Miss Lunsford, do you play checkers?
No.
Oh. Well, do you?
No.
How long you aiming to stay in Pine Ridge?
I'm planning to settle here. My brother Henry is getting on in years, and he needs me to take care of him. He needs me to cheer him up.
Oh, well, that'd be nice, having you around to cheer him up. Found your Uncle Henry gets so cheered up he'll laugh himself half to death.
What kind of an inane remark is that? What did you mean by that?
Why, wait a minute. There comes Lum with the water.
Oh, it's about time. Hurry up, Mr. Edwards. The patient must not be kept waiting.
I'm hurrying.
Sterilize the glass?
Mom? Oh, yeah. I doused it in that pan of boiling water there and wiped it good and dry on that roller towel.
Oh, yes. Well, that's fine. Roller towel.
Yes, Mom, but I found a place on there where it weren't used before.
Good grief. It's a miracle any of you are still alive.
Well, there's times when we wished we wasn't.
Give me the glass. Give it to me right now. All right, Cedric. Sit up.
Mom? Oh, I thought I was sleeping then.
No, you're awake now.
Oh, I get so mixed up. Can't hardly keep up with what I am no more, Hardy. Is that how it is with you when you got the measles?
Yes, Bart. And I hold this glass of water while I pour out a spoonful of medicine.
Yes, Mom. Am I worse or sick than Whitey Evans?
I don't know. Don't bother me.
I hope so. He's always bragging on himself how he can do everything better than I can. I hope I got the measles better than him.
All right, now steady now. Be a little soldier, Cedric.
Soldier? Can't be one of them. I'm 4F in both feet.
Miss Peabody, you better get a firm grip on the patient's arm. There.
Well, it won't do no good for me to try to hold him. He could pick me up and throw me clean up there in them rafters.
I said get a firm grip on his arm.
Oh, all right. Here, Cedric. Give me your arm.
Oh, do I have to take my arm off?
No, just give it here, Cedric. Here.
Oh, how to do, Mr. Abner?
I ain't shaking hands with you. I'm supposed to hold you.
I ain't going nowhere.
Well, she wants me to hold on to your arm. Here, give it here. Now.
All right, Cedric. It will not be very pleasant, but if you just close your eyes and think of something else and gulp fast, you won't mind it so much.
Gulp.
Yes, gulp.
How do you gulp?
Oh, Cedric, just swallow.
Oh.
Open your
what
mouth.
did you say?
Open wide now.
That wide enough?
That's a fine opening. That's it.
You can jump in there flat-footed, Cedric.
Oh, good. Pretty good. Can I have some more?
More? For the land's sake, Cedric, that's medicine there.
Oh, I ain't supposed to like it, huh?
Why, of course not.
Reckon I don't want no more then. As long as I don't like it.
Why, no.
Well, what am I now, Miss Lunsford? Back to sleep again?
No. I want you to stay awake now. And some diversion. Some, relaxation.
Do I have to gulp some more to get that?
No, Cedric, no. Say it, Lum, I believe I'll go back in the feed room with you for a while.
Yeah, all right.
Now, wait. You two come back here. We're all going to play games with Cedric.
Play games?
Yes, the patient must be kept cheerful and happy.
Patient again, huh?
Granny's, Mrs. Lunsford, we want to do everything we can to help Cedric get well, natural, but I'm feared there ain't no games we can play in the dark this way.
I can't think of none neither except post office.
Oh, Abner, for goodness sakes, watch out what you're suggesting now.
I'll suggest the games.
Hey, do you mean I'll actually get well quicker if I play a few games?
Certainly you will.
Oh.
The happy mind is essential to good health.
How about pitching horseshoes?
No, Cedric, no horseshoe pitching.
Well, let's see. Can't play baseball in here.
No, it's too dark to play anything.
Well, whereabouts are my shoes at? Oh, here they are, right?
Oh, you won't need your shoes. We're going to play lively mental games.
Mom.
I'll have to set this one out, I guess.
All right, now, everybody, no foolishness. Smile and be jolly. We're going to have a lot of fun out of this.
Yeah, I can just imagine.
Are you smiling, Mr. Peabody?
Yes, Mom, I'm smiling. Am I, Lum? I can't see, it's so dark.
Yeah, you're smiling.
Oh.
You're having a good time.
Good for me. Hooray.
All right, now, here we go. Here's the jolly game. I'm going to Jerusalem.
You are? Doggy, that's the first good news I've heard in 2 days. Hooray! Hooray!
And what Miss Lunsford means is that we're going
wait a minute. Did I hear the front door open just now?
Oh, it was just the wind blowing.
So dark, I couldn't.
All right, now, Mr. Peabody, you start off.
Start off? What am I supposed to do?
No, you're supposed to say you're going to Jerusalem, then name some article you're going to take along.
Yes, that's right. Now, beginning with the letter A, and then the next one must use the letter B, and so forth.
Well, wait a minute
like
here,
apple,
though.
now. You say, I'm going to Jerusalem, and I'm going to take an apple.
Listen, Lum, I ain't going to Jerusalem. I ain't going.
Go ahead, Abner. We might as well get this over with.
I don't know nobody in Jerusalem. I ain't even got no relay, sir. Fact is, I don't even know whereabouts the place is at.
Well, nobody said you did have no relays there.
I wouldn't know which direction to head out or nothing else. And on top of that, folks ain't supposed to travel nowadays, Lum. It's the truth. I read it in the paper.
Sakes, Abner.
They say it's unpatriotic for folks to take unnecessary trips. That's what it said.
I know it did.
Said every time a civilian got on a train, he kept some soldier or sailor from seeing his mom and papa or his sweetheart, and it might be the last time they get to see him before he goes across.
Abner, I read all that
And
myself.
it said you oughtn't to travel near holidays, neither, like Labor Days, 'cause that's the worst time of all. Said it's selfish, unpatriotic. So I'll show you where it said it.
You don't need to show me, Abner, because I seen the
Well,
article
I
myself.
just ain't going to Jerusalem or no place else. I ain't going to travel nowhere.
All right, that's fine. You won't need to.
No.
Does he get these attacks often?
No, not more than a couple of times a day. Now, listen, Abner, all we're going to do is just play a game to cheer Cedric up, and the name of
I'm
it is...
afraid you're going to have that phone disconnected.
Why? It just rings just once in a while.
Why, yeah,
Not
don't bother
often.
nobody. Oh, that was it then, I believe. Weren't that our ring?
Yeah.
We're going to have it quiet for the patient in here.
Go ahead and answer the phone, Abner.
All right, but I ain't going on no trip, I'll tell you. Miss Lunsford can go if she wants to, but I jot him down, store and library, Abner Peabody doing the talking. No, Cedric's sick in bed. Huh? For the land's sakes. Oh, well, law me, Miss Lunsford never meant that.
Good grief. Cedric's gone. His bed's empty.
I know it. I'm talking to him on the phone. He's down at the restaurant playing a few games on a pinball machine to get well.
Oh, my goodness.
But he can't keep going.
He can't. Oh, poor Cedric.
Oh, my, has the patient fainted?
No, Mom, the patient says he's run out of nickels.
Oh, Here, let me have that phone.
Yeah, here it is.
Cedric, you know what you've done? You've exposed everybody in that restaurant to the measles. I'll tell you what you'll have to do.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Cedric, who is still quarantined in the Jot 'em Down store with measles, managed to slip out the other day and expose all of the customers at Luke Spear's restaurant. And so now, as we look in on the little community today, we find not only Lum, Abner, Cedric, and the nurse, Miss Lunsford, quarantined in the Jot 'em Down store, but also Squire Skimp, Grandpappy Spears, Ulysses S. Quincy, and Mousy Cray. Listen.
Now, Lum, this is an outrage. I'm not going to stay in this store one more minute.
Well, I reckon you'll have to.
What's that?
Well, don't blame me about it, Squire. This weren't my idea.
Miss Lunsford, for the last time, don't you think we've stayed here long enough?
No.
No.
I'm not going to let you go out and start an epidemic of measles.
Grandpap, don't jiggle aboard every time you move one of them checkers.
I ain't jiggling the pigeon-toed thing.
You there done it now. Watch what you're doing. Well, we're not going to get the measles, Miss Lunsford. We all had them when we were boys. I'm going back to my office.
Mr. Skimp, you come back here. No one's leaving this store until I say so.
Hey, Miss Lunsford, can I get up now? I feel awful well again.
No, Cedric, you stay in bed. You're sick.
Well, I don't feel sick.
Yes, you do.
I know I don't.
I know more about this than you do.
Yes, Mom, I'm sick then, I think.
Miss Lunsford, I've just got to get home. My wife, Gussie, will just raise old Ned with me for being away from home so long.
You're staying right here.
Yes, ma'am. But Miss Lunsford, Gussie's an awful nice woman, but she has a pretty nasty left hook.
Yeah, it's no use, Mousy. The warden won't let you go.
You mean me, Mr. Edwards?
Oh, no. Whatever give you an idea like that?
Huh.
But look, Miss Lunsford, we're losing money with the store quarantined up this way, and these fellers eating us out of house and home. Besides that, they've all got jobs to do. Ain't that right, Ulysses?
Yeah, okay, Lum. I ought to be home painting my barn right now. I got to get that barn painted.
Abner, watch out what you're moving there. Can't move 2 spaces that way.
I never moved 2
You
spaces.
did, done it. I seen
By
it.
George, I'm going to have the law on
All
somebody
right.
for this. It's an outrage.
Well, you
All I
can't put the
moved
law
was
on
just
me,
one
Squire,
space,
'cause I never had
Grandpap.
nothing to
You're
do with
just
this
mad
idea.
because you're losing.
Losing?
I don't know what
Why
good
ain't
you're losing
losing
if
you,
I
you
stay
little
here any
sore
longer, Miss
pigeon-toed
Lunsford.
idiot?
Don't you
Oh,
call me
get up,
no
Miss
idiot, you
Lunsford. I ain't
skinny,
sick no
half-good
more.
cheeking
Greed,
varmint.
land sakes alive, all of you be quiet.
Huh?
I've never seen such a disgraceful exhibition. You act like a bunch of ornery schoolboys.
Well, now, look here, Miss Lunsford.
And you're the worst of the lot, Mr. Skimp. Shut up.
What? What's that?
Might as well do like she says, Squire.
I'm here doing my duty, trying to safeguard the health of your community. The least you can do is try to cooperate.
Well, Grandpap claimed that I moved 2
Will
spaces.
you keep still?
Yes, Mom.
Boy, she sure set you up, Mr. Abner. Boy.
You be quiet, too.
Yes, Mom.
All right, now. Might as well all make up your minds to this. You've all been quarantined in here, and you're not leaving till it's safe for you to do so. You understand?
Uh-huh.
And as long as that's the case, you might just as well try to make the best of it. Now on, let's all try to be a little more jolly. Like I am.
You don't reckon I'd be overdoing it, do you?
You keep quiet.
Oh.
Thing for you to do is to stop wrangling with each other and to keep your minds and your bodies active in some organized group play.
Uh-huh.
So now I want you all to line up.
Line up?
Yes? I'm going to give you some exercises.
Huh?
Now, just a second here. We're all tired from trying to sleep on the floor last night.
I
We
said
just ain't...
line up.
All right.
Now, come, everyone. Get in line, Mr. Quincy.
Okay. Ought to be home painting that barn, though.
Now, this is just what you need to build up resistance to germs, such as the measles. You want to have sluggish bodies?
Yeah, I do.
Now, don't try to be smart, Mr. Spears.
Well, I weren't trying to be smart.
Ain't no danger of him ever being smart.
All right. That's enough of that, Mr. Peabody. Stop that laughing and be cheerful. Ready now. Stand tall. Chests out. Quincy, I said chests out.
Okay.
The low chest you've got there.
Hey, he has to keep it down there to hold his pants up.
Yeah.
All right. Now, here we go now. Hands on the hips. On the toes at the count of 1. Bend at the knees at the count of 2. Back up on 3, and on so on. All right, here we go. 1, 2, bend, way down. That's it.
No condition.
Way down. All right, 3. I said 3. That means straighten up again.
Hey, Abner, give me a hand here, will you? I can't get back up.
Doggies, I can't straighten myself up. Oh, my poor knee. Lum.
No, don't look at me, Abner. Grannies, I must be getting old.
Mr. Skimp, you're not supposed to sit on the floor.
This is an outrage. That's what it is, an outrage.
Good grief. Can't any of you do a simple exercise like that?
I can do it good, Mr. Lunsford. Watch me. 1, 2, 3.
Cedric, get back in bed.
1, 2.
Cedric,
3.
now you're sick. You can't
1,
do that.
2. Yes, Mom, I can do it, too. You just watch me. In fact, I'm the only one that can. 1, 2.
Get
3.
back in bed.
Yes, Mom. Doggone it anyways. I was going good there.
Now, the rest of you get up off the floor. Some way there. I think we'll give up the exercise plan and take up some mental group activity.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Lunsford. If you mean any more of them jolly fun games we was playing the other day, you can just count me out.
Me, too. I never been so sick of being jolly in all my whole life.
A happy and active mind is essential to good health.
Well, I'm going over to my office, that is. If I can still walk, I'm going.
You are not?
What's that?
Now, I suggest that you busy yourselves with a game
I ain't going to play it.
Yes,
Ain't
you
gonna play
are.
it. No.
You are.
What kind of a game?
I'm going to see to it that you're happy and cheerful. We're all under quite a strain here, and I'm not going to have you disturbing that poor, sick Cedric.
I sort of enjoy being disturbed.
No, you don't.
Oh, excuse me. I've been mistaken about might nigh everything here lately, looks like.
All right, now, here's the game. First, you choose someone to be sent out of the room.
Fine. I'd like to be the first to volunteer for that.
No, I'll go out.
No, I'll go
The
on.
back door of the store is locked, so you couldn't get out that way, Mr. Skimp.
No.
Then, while that person is out of the room, the rest of you select some article, and then the other person comes back, and he must guess the article.
Now, Abner, you might as well be the fellow that leaves the room.
All right.
Get this over with.
Doggies, my knees are still sore from them dad blame exercise.
Stop mumbling. You're supposed to be cheerful.
Never had so much fun in all my life.
All right, now. Now, select an article. Some humorous article. Now, this game can become very hilarious.
Oh, yeah. We got to watch ourselves here, not get too hilarious. Keep ourselves under control.
Yes. Now, what humorous article will it be? Well, come now.
Well, I'd like to suggest something highly facetious, like a small bottle of nitric acid.
Mr. Spears, put down that almanac.
I'm just looking up to find some article in here for Abner. A lot of different things we could use. Did you know that the Carbide and Carbon building in Chicago, Illinois is 37 stories high?
No, I didn't.
Well, it is. 37 stories high. I'll show it to you. Yeah, here, right here where it says it. Right there, it says 37, right there. See
I'm
that?
not interested. Now,
Oh.
how about something jolly, like one of those, paintbrushes over there?
I ought to be home painting my barn.
I never heard of a jolly paintbrush.
All right, that's what it's going to be now. The paintbrush right on top of that net, right there. All right, call Mr. Peabody in.
Abner, come on back from the feed room. Abner?
I'm coming.
Got something humorous for you to guess what, Mr. Abner? Boy,
Yeah,
this is
I
going to
can
be a lot of
imagine
fun.
Well, go ahead, Abner. Start asking questions. Well, see, you get to ask us some questions to get hints. And then you try to figure out what it is. Ain't that right, Miss Lunsford?
Yes, 20 questions.
Yeah, that's the name of it. 20
Start with
questions.
Cedric and go around the room.
Start out asking Cedric something first, huh?
Go ahead, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for the $64 question.
Well, let's see now. Let's see, what can I... Oh, wait a minute, I know a good one. What is it, Cedric?
Well, it's that top paintbrush.
Cedric, keep quiet.
Well, he asked me the question, didn't he?
He can't ask that question.
Well, I know the right answer, though.
No, Abner, you're supposed to ask like if it's mineral or fish or something like that.
Start over with Cedric again.
Yeah.
Cedric, is it a mineral fish?
No, Mom, it's that top paintbrush.
Cedric, good grief, haven't you any sense at all?
No, Mom.
Dog is Miss Lunsford. I can't get it. I believe I'll just give up.
No,
You're
try
not-
some more.
You are not trying.
I'm trying my best.
No,
I
you're
just can't
not.
get
You
close.
ain't trying your level, baby.
Yes, I am too, Lum. I just can't get close. If somebody give me a hint, I believe I could get it, but
Well,
I
if you
can't
just
get
put your mind to it, use a little common sense. Very simple.
Now, Granny, wait a minute. I got an idea. Miss Lunsford, why don't you show him how it's done? You be the one to go out of the room.
Well, might be the easiest way to teach him at that. Call me as soon as you want me.
Yeah, we will. Well, fellers, I just studied up an awful humorous article for Miss Lunsford.
Huh?
Here, do you see this?
Well, sure, that's a key.
Yeah. And I believe it's the key to the feed room door.
Yes, that is highly amusing, Lum. And I believe I know a laughable place where we can put it, too.
Well, good for you.
Right in the keyhole of the feed room door.
Jolly suggestion, Sparrow boy. And turn it a little, too.
Yes, turn it good.
Here, Abner, take the key.
Yeah, you want me to lock
Put down
it?
your almanac, Grandpap. Come on, Ulysses. Mousy, get out of bed, Cedric. We're getting out of here.
Well, what we going to do? Play some other fun games?
I got it, Lum.
Yeah, we're going to lock her in the feed room, and then we're going to play what's called Run, Sheepy, Run. Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Aye, dog is Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, all those citizens who were quarantined in the store with Cedric and his measles ended their confinement yesterday by locking the nurse, Sylvia Lunsford, in the feed room and quietly walking out the front door. When Miss Lunsford finally got out, she indignantly quit her nursing job, much to Lum and Abner's joy. As we look in our little community today, we find the old fellows in the Jot 'em Down store and library taking care of convalescent Cedric. Listen.
Doggone it, Mr. Abner, why can't I get up and go home now?
Because Doc Miller says you ought to stay in bed one more day. That's why, Cedric.
Well, why didn't Mr. Doc make all them other fellas come back to the store and be quarantined some more?
Well, he examined all of them, said they didn't need to be quarantined.
Well, I ain't sick neither. Why don't somebody listen to me? I keep telling you I ain't sick.
Well, the doctor ought to know, Cedric.
And it's sure a relief not to have all them other fellas living here in the store no more. That was the worst one mix-up I believe I ever got into.
Oh, that was awful. I just got to where I was starting to hate myself even.
I sort of miss that Miss Lunsford, though.
Miss her?
Yes, Mom, she was nice.
Nice? You call that bossing around she done being nice?
Yes, Mom.
For goodness sake, Cedric.
She done all my thinking for me.
Uh-huh.
She told me if I felt bad or good, or if I was hungry or not, or if I was sleepy or not. She was a handy woman to have around.
Yeah, she might have been handy for a feller like you, Cedric, but I'd just at least have a wildcat or a lion around. Be a heap more friendly than her, I know that.
Yeah, I just hope we never done the wrong thing by locking her up in the feed room yesterday.
Well, we had to do something, Lum. We couldn't have went on that way no longer.
I know it, but she's awful mad at us now.
Oh, yeah.
And so's her brother, Uncle Henry Lunsford.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Yeah, doggy, that's right. I plumb forgot about him.
Yeah, Mary's probation term's just about up now, and Uncle Henry will be more anxious than ever before to have her sent back to the Reformatory.
Yeah.
Just to get even with us.
Yeah, that stinking weed.
And since we've been quarantined in here, we ain't been able to look out for Mary and keep her out of trouble.
Oh, well, she's all right, Lum. I just talked to Elizabeth on the phone a little bit ago, and she said Mary's just doing fine, being an awful good girl.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
I knowed in reason she would be, but
Yeah.
as long as we got Mary this far through their probations, I'd hate to have something happen to ruin everything right at the last minute.
Well, I don't think it will, Lum.
What's this stuff about probations you fellas are talking about?
Huh? Oh, my goodness, we've been talking in front of Cedric, Lum.
It's Cedric, Mr. Abner.
Huh?
I asked my mom about that the other day. But what was that you was talking about, that Probations?
Well, it's,
Listen, Cedric, just forget whatever you heard. Act like you never heard it at all.
yeah, that's it, Cedric. Just forget it.
Well, I'll forget it. That is, if I can recollect what it is I'm supposed to forget.
Yeah, well,
The
just,
trouble of it is, when I get to recollecting what it is I'm supposed to forget, I start recollecting it again.
yeah, well, just
Then I
try
can't forget
hard,
it.
Cedric, to forget it. That's the thing.
Yeah, Abner, I believe I'll go back in the feed room and try to get some sleep.
Yeah, sure, go ahead, Lum.
I ain't hardly slept a wink the last few nights here. I believe now I could sleep sitting up.
Well, go right ahead and get some rest, Lum. I'll look after Cedric.
Yeah, well, good. I more than likely won't sleep very long.
Well, rest as long as you want to. I'll take care of everything.
Hey, Mr. Abner, will you read me another story?
Huh?
Letting about Pinky Winky.
No, me, Cedric, I've read that thing to you 6 times since you've been sick here now.
Yes, Mom, but I'd like to hear it again.
Oh,
Especially that part where Pinky Winky wants to be a gold-colored fish and swim underwater. Boy, read that part to me, Mr. Abner.
I ain't gonna do it, Cedric.
Well, there's some other stories in that same book. Read me one of them, then.
Oh.
Will you do that, Mr. Abner?
Cedric, them stories are for young uns. I feel downright silly reading that prattle-prattle to a grown boy like you.
Well, just read one story, Mr. Abner, on account of me being so sick.
Huh?
Please, will you?
Well, all right. It'll make you feel better. Just one, though.
Yes, Mom.
I'm just doing this 'cause you're sick. Whereabouts is the book at, Cedric?
It's right on that shelf right there beside us.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
I miss Miss Lunsford and her happy fun games. I sure enjoyed it. Read that about Pinky Winky. That's the one I like. Boy, he wanted to swim underwater like a goldfish. He just sunk right to the bottom.
Well, be quiet, Cedric. You expect me to read to you.
Yes, Mom.
Once upon a long time ago, there was a little pig.
Well, Pinky Winky was a rabbit. Cottontail rabbit. He wanted to swim underwater.
Cedric, if you're going to interrupt me all the time, I ain't going to read this to you.
Yes, Mom.
There was a little pig named Snorter.
Snorter.
And little Snorter was a very unhappy pig because he did not have a cute curly tail like his brother pigs.
That's sad.
Snorter was so ashamed of his looks that he did not want to be around the other pigs.
What other pig?
His brothers.
Whose brother?
Snorter, Cedric.
Oh.
So one
Well, who's
day,
Snorter?
for the land's sake, Snorter's the one this story's about, Cedric. He's the pig that never had no curly tail.
Well, I thought it was about Pinky Winky.
No, that's another story, Cedric.
I wish Pinky Winky was in this. He's my favorite.
Yeah, I know.
Next to Miss Pruneface. Read that part where Pinky Winky goes hippity-hop, hippity-hop.
Cedric, now you be quiet if you want to hear this story.
Yes, Mom.
So one day, Snorter ran away from home. He had not gone very far when he became tired, so he sat down on a rock. Now, it just so happened that this rock was a wishing rock, but Snorter did not know this.
Didn't know what, Mr. Anderson?
Didn't know it was a wishing rock.
Who didn't?
Snorter.
Oh.
He put
Who's
his...
Snorter?
He's the pig I'm reading to you about, Cedric.
Well, when do we get to the part about Pinky Winky?
Cedric, I told you that's a different story. Now just be quiet. Quit
I'll read
interrupting.
it myself, then.
Snorter put his head in his hands and sat
Can he do that? Take his head off and put him in his hand?
Well, that's what it says here, Cedric.
Boy, that's a pretty good trick. I believe I'm beginning to like Snorter.
Yeah, that's good. He put his head in his hands, and sadly he said, "Oh, I wish I had a cute curly tail like my brother pigs have."
Well, if he can do that trick, he don't need to have no curly
Be
tail.
quiet, Cedric. No sooner had Snorter said this than he looked around and was surprised to see that he had a cute curly tail like his brother pig.
Did he put his head back on before he looked around there, or could he just hold his head in his hand back of him and look at the tail?
I don't know, Cedric. It don't say. Snorter was very happy that he now looked as handsome as his brothers. But then he...
Snorter wanted to have a curly tail like his brothers, didn't he?
Yeah. But then he decided that he wanted to look even more handsome than his brothers.
He didn't want two tails, did he?
Oh, I don't know. I ain't got to that part, Cedric. So he said, "Oh, I wish I had a pair of gold and silver wings." That's what he wanted.
Read that part again where he takes his head off. I like that.
Cedric, be quiet now. And no sooner had he said this than there was on his back a pair of gold and silver wings. Well, I do know. Snorter was so happy that he jumped up from the wishing rock and said, "Now I will fly home and show my brothers I am the most handsome pig in all the world."
There must be some trick to taking your head off that way.
So Snorter flapped his goat. Cedric, don't do that. What are you trying to do, twisting your neck that way?
Nothing, I wasn't trying to.
You're going to hurt yourself. You can't take your head off if that's what you're trying to do, Cedric.
I know it.
Be quiet. Let me finish this story now. So Snorter flapped his gold and silver wings. Flap, flap, flap. But alas, he could not fly.
Do that again, that flap, flap, flap. That's exciting.
Yeah, just be quiet. So Snorter said, "I will do like the birds do and fly out of a tall tree." So he climbed to the top of the tallest tree he could find and got
Did he take his head with him?
Why, sure, natural, Cedric. And he jumped and flapped his wings as hard as he could. Flap, flap, flap.
Oh, boy, flap, flap, flap.
But alas, the gold and silver wings were too heavy, and poor Snorter started falling straight to the earth.
Goodness sake, I wish you'd cut out all this prattle.
How?
I ain't been able to sleep a wink on account of all this talking you and Cedric been doing in here.
Well, Lon, we'll be done here in just a second.
You're done right now. Here, give me that book.
Well, now, wait a minute. Don't take that. What are you going to do with it, Lon?
This is what I'm going to do with it. Just watch this.
Why, doggies, you throwed it right out the window, Lon.
That's right. Now, maybe I can get some sleep.
Well, now, Lon, I just got to the exciting part there where Snorter got up in the...
I know. I heard every word you read.
Yeah, but now, Lon, I want to know what happened to Snorter. That is, Cedric does. I ain't much interested myself.
Well, even a boy as old as Cedric oughtn't to be interested in no children's books.
Huh?
Two grown men wasting their time on bedtime stories. If that don't beat the bug suffice.
Well, I do know. Cedric, why didn't you speak up and say you want to find out what happened to Snorter?
Oh, I don't much care what happened to him. Pinky Winky's the one I like.
Now, listen, Cedric, you know good and well you want to find out if Snorter gets killed or not.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, too. I tell you what, why don't you tell me to sneak outside and get that book again and finish the story for you?
No, I believe I want to sleep now. Mr. Abner, I'm kind of tired.
You ain't no such a thing. Go on now, beg me to go out there and get it, Cedric.
What for?
Why, 'cause you're saying just to know how the story come out. Look out the window there and see where Lum throwed the book, Cedric.
Oh, he throwed it right over here, fella. Well, I'll be doggone, he's gone.
Gone?
Yes,
oh, my goodness, somebody must have picked it up, stole it. That belongs to our library, too.
No, here it is. There it is.
Huh?
Somebody sitting out there reading it.
I doggies, I'm going out there and take it away from him. Who is it?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's Mr. Lum.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Aye, doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down at Pine Ridge. Well, Cedric is finally recovered from the measles, and the quarantine sign has been removed from the Jot 'em Down store and library. However, business hasn't been resumed there yet because the place is undergoing a thorough fumigation. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner just entering Ed Beckley's drugstore.
Yeah, what are you going to get today, Lum? Ice cream soda?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Well, I'll swan to goodness. Look who's working here. Mousy Gray.
Well, hello, Lum, Abner. Hi, Mousy.
I thought you was working over the defense plan.
Hey, you ain't been fired, have you?
No, sir. See, I'm on the swing shift now, and I'm just working for Mr. Beckley here at the drugstore part-time.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Well, I reckon most of us are holding down 2 jobs now. What with the manpower shortage, you know.
Yes.
I read that.
Well, hi, Cedric. Is he over the measles yet?
Oh, yeah. He's all well again now.
Yeah.
Doc Miller let him go home this morning.
Yeah, and now Doc's having our store all perfumigated.
Yeah, they're uninfecting everything.
Yeah.
Well, come on, let's sit down at this table here, Abner, and order up.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Hey, Mousy, I want an ice cream soda.
Make that 2, Mousy.
Yes, sir. What flavor? Chocolate?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or you can have strawberry. That's always nice.
All right, does sound good. Make it strawberry.
Yes, sir. Well, you can have chocolate if you want it.
Well, either one's all right.
Yeah, just hurry now, Mousy. We're thirsty.
Yes, sir. Well, which do you want, the chocolate or the strawberry?
Oh, chocolate, I reckon.
Yes, sir. We have vanilla, too. There's some people prefer just plain vanilla ice cream sodas.
Well, chocolate'll do fine for us.
Yeah, and for goodness sakes, hurry up, Mousy.
Yeah,
Hurry.
we ain't got all day.
Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Beckley told me to be sure and see that the customers get what they want, so I don't want to talk you into something that you don't want.
Well, don't worry, you ain't. Just bring anything. We don't care, just so it's cold.
Yes, sir. If you like, why, I can give you a little more time to think this over.
No, our minds is made up.
I tell you, I could just mix them up, make one of them chocolate and one of them strawberry.
All right. Do it that way then. That's fine.
Or I could change it around, make one of them strawberry and the other one chocolate, if you'd rather.
For goodness sakes, Mousy, if you don't go over behind the counter and mix up them sodas right this minute, I'm going to whop you right square on top of the head.
Oh, all right, sir. I'll go right now. We just want to be sure that every customer's satisfied,
Swan to goodness, that Mousy's the hardest to argue.
Well, he's just over unconscientious. That's his trouble,
Enough to drive a man stark raving mad crazy.
Oh, there you are.
Huh? Oh, well, hello, Mary.
Well,
I've been looking all over for you. What are they doing at the store?
Oh, they're perfumigating it. Doc Miller's doing it.
yeah, better sit down here, sis. Have an ice cream soda with us.
Well, all right.
Mousy, make that 3 of whatever you're making there.
Yes, sir. What flavor?
Oh, it don't matter. And don't ask no more questions.
No, sir.
Well, come on, sis. Sit down. You don't need to stand up.
Well, I want to stand up so I can look out the window. I want to see the bread truck go by.
Bread truck? What do you want to see that for?
Oh, just 'cause... There it goes. There it goes.
Huh? For the land's sake, sis, what's ailing you anyway? Wait a minute, you ain't in love with the bread truck driver, are you?
No, of course not. He is nice, though, ain't he?
Well, I don't know. He's all right, I reckon, yeah.
I'm feared he's a little old for you, though, sis.
Say, Lum, will it be all right if I make these sodas plain vanilla?
Yeah, sure. That's all right. Anything.
Yes, sir. Some people prefer just the plain vanilla. They say it's quite tasty.
I said it was all right. You don't need to sell us on it. Just hurry up with him.
Yes, sir.
He's that mouse.
The bread truck won't be here till next week again, will it?
No, that's right, sis. They used to come twice a week, but since the war, they cut it down to just once.
You reckon you can wait that long to see your feller again?
He ain't my feller.
Oh, excuse me.
I ain't got no feller. Except maybe Kenny Pomeroy and Clarence Bates and Ronald Abernathy.
Yeah, outside of them, you ain't got no feller, huh?
No, sir. I ain't.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Narrow it down to where you're just having to be true to about 3 fellers.
Say, will it bother you fellas if I use the phone here?
No? Go ahead, Mousy.
Yes, sir.
How's your sodies coming?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. I just like to make sure that the customer's well satisfied with anything they get here, Please, customers, that's what... hello? Mr. Beckley? This is Mousy. Say, Mr. Beckley, which glasses do I make the ice cream sodas in?
Well, we don't care what kind of glasses are in.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, Mr. Beckley. Goodbye.
Doggies, ain't you even started them sodas yet, Mousy?
I'm going to get them started right this minute.
Swan to goodness. Feller could thirst to death in here.
Yeah, fact is I am.
Say, Uncle Lum, by the time the bread truck gets back here, my probation term will be all over, won't it?
Well, let's see. Friday, Saturday. Yeah, your probation's be up first of next week. That's right.
Yeah, just a few more days now, sis.
Gee, then I'll be yours for keeps then, won't I?
If you don't run off with the bread truck driver, you will be.
Or if Uncle Henry Lunsford don't study up some ornery to get you sent back to the Reformatory before these last few days is up.
Yeah.
So far, he's had to send in good reports on you every week.
Yeah, they all been good.
But he's still hopping mad at us for treating that old sour-faced sister his the way we did. So ain't no telling what he might do.
Yeah, we gotta be awful careful. Special you have to, sis.
Oh, well, I'm not worried about him no more.
Well, you better be now. You don't know what a ornery varmint that town marshal of ours can be when he takes a notion.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll bother me no more. I've sort of made some arrangements with him.
Arrangements? What do you mean by that?
Say, Lum, are you sure that you want an ice cream soda?
Why, sure we do.
Well, you know, some people prefer just a nice dish of sherbet.
Well, we want sodas.
Yes, sir.
What kind of arrangements have you made with Uncle Henry, sis?
Well, you see...
Pardon me, Lum. I got to use the phone again.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Don't answer that question now, Mary.
No, sir, sherbet makes a nice dish, Lum. It's cool and refreshing, you know, these hot days. Well, hello, Mr. Beckley? This is Mousy again. Say, Mr. Beckley, exactly what do you put in an ice cream soda?
Oh, I'll be dead blamed.
Well, I'll be dead blamed.
I see.
You mustn't say them things.
Well, thank you, Mr. Beckley.
No sign yours.
All right, sir. Goodbye.
Now, see, how long have you been working at the drugstore here?
Oh, well, I just started today, Lum. Already, Mr. Beckley seems just like a mother to me.
Yeah, I figured he would.
Well, I'll have your sodas ready in practically no time at all now.
Uh-huh. Now, tell us about these arrangements, Mary. You said you had some arrangements about Uncle Henry.
Well, me and Kenny made them with Uncle Henry.
You mean you two had a talk with him?
Well, sorta. That is, Kenny talked to him.
Well, it was nice of Kenny to do that for you. What did he say to Uncle Henry?
Oh, he told him different junk.
Like what, for instance?
Did he tell him how you was being a good girl and all that?
Well, he might have, but I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Well, didn't you and Kenny talk this thing over in the first place?
Yes, sir.
Well, then you ought to know what he's aiming to tell Uncle Henry.
Well, he told him where I was.
Where you was?
Uh-huh.
Well, whereabouts was you at?
Well, I wasn't there, though.
What in the world are you trying to tell us, Sis?
Well, you see, Kenny told Uncle Henry where he could find me, but when he got there, I wasn't there.
Well, why wasn't you?
Well, gee, you wouldn't want me to get caught stealing donuts, would you?
Stealing donuts? What donuts?
Why, those in the bread truck.
Oh, I can't keep up with all
Bread
this.
truck?
I jumped the track back there somewhere, sis.
Well, whatever would give Uncle Henry the idea that you were stealing donuts?
Kenny gave him the idea.
Why, that little varmint, that baby snake in the weeds.
Oh, no, he's not. No, it was my idea for Kenny to tell him that.
Your idea? Oh, I do know. Mary, have you plumb lost your mind? Don't you know what'll happen to you if Uncle Henry catches you doing anything wrong?
Yes, sir. Now we don't need to worry about that no more.
Don't need to worry no more. Why, our worries are just beginning, sounds like to me.
Pardon me again, Lum. I hope this telephoning doesn't disturb you too much.
Huh? Oh, no, go ahead, Mousy.
Yes, sir. There's lots of interesting things a fella can learn on a new job like this. Hello? Mr. Beckley? This is Mousy again. Yes, sir. Say, aren't ice cream sodas supposed to be foamy on top?
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Oh. Is that the kind of water you're supposed to use?
You saw ice cream soda.
Yes, sir.
Foam.
Well, I'll try it again then. All right, sir. Goodbye. Hell, it won't be long now, Lum. I'm getting on to it now, I believe.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, listen to me, Mary. After this, before you go studying up any more ideas, you better come to me and talk it over
Lum,
with me.
I tell you, we don't need to worry no more, because the door is locked.
Door's locked? What door?
Why, the door to the bread truck. And the truck won't be back here till after my probation is all over.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, don't you see? Uncle Henry's inside the bread truck.
Inside of it? Oh, my goodness alive.
What's that?
Well, he was inside the truck to catch Misty and them donuts. Why, we just closed the door on him.
Oh, my goodness. Why, she'll be able to get out to first stop that truck makes.
Why, sure.
Then you come back here and arrest you for obstructing justice and assaulting a battery and I don't know what else.
Doggies, you're into it for sure now, see.
Now, see, hurry up with them sodies. I need something to steady myself with.
Yes, sir. Well, gee, sorry, Lum.
Granny's, Abner, I believe that's our ring.
Aye, doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Mary's plan to lock her probation officer, Uncle Henry Lunsford, up in a bread truck and get him out of town until her probation term expired is having disastrous results. Uncle Henry is back in town threatening to end Mary's freedom. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner in their jot-em-down store and library. Lum is talking on the telephone.
But listen, Uncle Henry, Mary never meant to do you no harm. She was just playing a prank on you. Yeah, hello? Hello?
Did he hang up on you, Lum?
Yeah, that dead blame varmint.
Huh.
Claimed he didn't get back home from that ride in the bread truck till early this morning. Oh, he's mad as a wet setting hen.
Well, what's he aiming to do about Mary?
Oh, he says he's writing a report on her to the Reformatory right now.
Oh, my
And he's
goodness.
accusing her of might nigh every crime there is in the law book.
That snake in the weeds.
First of all, he's accusing her of obstructing the due process of the law.
Huh?
I believe that's what he called it. He claims when Mary and Kenny Pomeroy locked him in the bread truck, they was obstructing an officer of the law from doing his duty.
Oh, prattle.
He did, he said that. Next, he's accusing her of assaulting a battery.
Huh?
Striking an officer of the law.
Why, law means Mary never hit him, Lum.
I know she never, but Uncle Henry claims that when the truck started up, it jolted him and he fell down in there and struck his head. And claims it's all Mary's fault that it happened to him.
Doggies, maybe it might have knocked a little sense into him. It ain't Mary's fault. He's a dadgum clumsy.
And next, he's accusing her of kidnapping him.
Kidnapping?
Yeah.
Oh.
Says that when he hit his head, it knocked him unconscious and he didn't wake up till the truck had got across the state line and got over into Oklahoma.
Well, that ain't very far from here, Oklahoma.
I know it ain't, but he claims that as long as he was taken across the state line, why, that makes it kidnapping.
Doggies, I don't see how he figured it could be kidnapping. He ain't no kid. Might be man-napping. Old man-napping's what it'd be. But I know good and well it ain't kidnapping. That's very high.
Whatever it is, or ain't, that's what Uncle Henry's writing down in his report. And we gotta keep him from sending it to the Reformatory.
All right, doggies, let's go right down to the jailhouse right now, Lum, and whop him right on top of the head and take that letter away from him. Come on, let's go.
Wait a minute now, Abner. We can't do that. That's
Well,
no
why
way.
can't we? Both of us is bigger than him.
I know it. I can whip him by myself.
Well, go on down there. I'll stay here and look after the store.
No, we'd be guilty of them same things he's accusing Mary of. Striking an officer. Obstructing justice. And then he could prove we was criminals, too.
Good, huh?
And that'd show we ain't fit to be raising no young'un. Then we never would get to keep Mary.
Doggy, that's right, ain't it? Well, what can we do, Lum? Wait till Uncle Henry gets outside the jail and take the letter away from him before he gets to mail it?
No, we can't do that neither. Because that'd be tampering with the mail.
It would, huh?
And that'd be breaking a federal law.
Uh-oh, don't want to do that.
Then we get thrown in a federal government penitentiary.
Yeah. Doggy, he's got us just exactly whereabouts he wants us at, looks to me like, Lum.
Yeah, and he knows it, too.
Yes, he does.
But we can't let him get away with this.
No,
We just can't let Mary be sent back to the Reformatory. That's all there are to it.
Well, what can we do, Lum?
I don't know, Abner. I don't know.
We gotta do something.
We could just study up some good legal way of getting that letter away from him.
Legal, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see, I know it ought to be something. Might have a legal holiday and close up the post office for today.
Oh, this ain't no holiday.
Huh?
You can't just declare them things whenever you feel like it.
Well, you've declared holidays for the scholars over at the schoolhouse, Lum.
Yeah, that's just 'cause I'm president of the school board. That don't have no effect on the post office.
Oh. And let's see. Well, it might have a legal fire at the jailhouse.
Oh.
Or Dick Huddleston's store might catch on fire right after Uncle Henry mails a letter over there and burn it up.
Yeah, that's a good...
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. We don't want to burn Dick's store down for him.
Huh? I recollect one time Dick's store did catch on fire, Lum.
Well, that was an accident, though.
Well, I could make this accident up.
No, you're going to have us arrested for arsenic.
Huh?
Arsenic. That's the law term for burning down something on a purpose.
Oh. Well, let's see now. Looks like anything we try to study up is against the law, you know it?
Yeah, that's the trouble. Whatever we study up, we got to do in a hurry, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Might not have time for the mail hack now.
Yeah, it ought to be along any time.
Uncle Henry will more than likely want the letter to go out on today's mail.
Oh, sure, he can't wait to get over at that reform school and get Mary sent back over there.
Wait a minute, Abner. There goes Cedric by the store. Go out there and stop him. I believe I got ID.
What do you want him for, Lum?
Just hurry up and get him, and don't let him get by now.
Well, all right, I'll stop him, yeah. Hey, Cedric! Cedric, come here. Lum wants you for something. Hurry up, Cedric. Come on up here. Lum wants to see you.
Yes, Mom. What's Mr. Lum want with me?
I don't know. Come on over here. Just step inside here. He'll tell you. Now, what's your ID now, Lum?
Listen, Cedric, I want you to go down to the jailhouse first.
The jailhouse? I ain't done nothing, Mr. Lum. Honest, I ain't.
I know you ain't. I just want you to do me a favor. Or that is, I want you to do Uncle Henry a favor.
Do Uncle Henry a favor? We don't want to do him no favors, Lum.
Hey, shut up, Abner.
Huh?
And when you get down there, Cedric, make a casual remark and say that you're heading up toward the post office and ask him if he's got any letters he wants mailed.
Oh, I see. Doggy, that's a good idea. Yeah.
And he'll more than likely give you a letter, and then you come back here. You understand now, Cedric?
Yes, Mom.
All right. Get down there as fast as you can now before Uncle Henry leaves.
Yes, Mom, I'll hurry up.
Now, hurry up now.
What's
Don't
in
waste
the letter,
no time.
Mr. Lum?
Well, I don't know what's in it, Cedric. Don't matter about that no way. Just hurry.
Just get it from him. That's the main thing, Cedric. Doggy, Lum, I just thought of something else, too. What if Uncle Henry don't give the letter to Cedric, though?
Well, I think he will, though. There's more to this idea of mine than I've told you.
Yeah, but he might want to make sure that letter's mailed himself, Lum. You know Uncle Henry, he don't put no trust in nobody. Or he might expect that we put Cedric up to this, you know that.
No, I don't think he expects
Well,
that.
he might. That old man's the suspicious one human I ever knowed in my life, Lum.
Yeah, but he ain't the smartest fella I ever seen either.
Well, no, but he suspicions everybody, I know that.
Yeah, he knows Cedric hangs around there quite a bit.
Yeah.
It'll look all right.
He will, huh?
So, here's the rest of my plan. See, we're going to call Uncle Henry up and tell him there's a robbery or something somewhere.
Robbery? Whereabouts, Lum? Where'd it happen?
Wait a minute, don't get so excited. They ain't actual one. We're just going to tell him that so he'll have to leave right away.
Leave?
Yeah, we can tell him there's a robbery or a fight or somebody stealing chickens or something.
Well, what do we want him to leave for, Lum?
Well, and then he'll undoubtedly ask Cedric to mail a letter for him.
Oh, I see.
That's the way he gives Cedric the letters.
You're a genius, you know it, Lum.
Goes the first to say that.
Yes, you are. You sure are.
About half smart, I reckon.
Doggy, that is a good one. That is a good one.
Of course, we'll have to disguise our voice awful good. Because if he knows it's me or you calling, he'll suspicion something right away.
Yeah, well, I expect you better do it then, Lum. I believe you can disguise better than I can.
Yeah, well, let's see. Reckon I ought to use my high voice or my low.
Wait a minute. Be quiet, Lum. Here comes Grandpappy Spears up out there.
Oh, for goodness sake. Now, what's he have to come around just now?
Well, don't say nothing.
Wait a minute, though. I believe we can use him.
Grandpa?
Yeah. We'll have him make the call first.
Call Uncle Henry?
Why, sure. That's better than trying to disguise our voices.
Yeah, but how can we get Grandpap to do that? He's a pretty good friend of Uncle Henry's, Lum. He ain't gonna frame up.
Well, he won't think nothing about Grandpap calling, though.
He won't, huh?
Why, sure not.
Well, might be a good idea.
I'll
Yeah.
Yeah, howdy.
Yeah, howdy, Grandpap. Come on in, old fella.
You're just in time to get in on some fun, Grandpap.
Well, good for me.
Yes, sir, you're the very feller.
Yeah, we're playing a little joke on Uncle Henry.
Well, good. I love a joke.
Yeah.
All is dead.
Oh, this is a dandy.
Ring up his number for
Oh,
him.
yeah, I'll get him right now.
I'd love to play a joke on that pigeon-toed varmint. How do we do it? What are we going to do? Push him off or something?
No, wait a minute. Lum will tell you about it.
Just tell him, you seen some boys breaking into the warehouse.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
he loves to chase them youngins. Go ahead and take a receipt.
Here, Grandpa, take the phone. I believe I
Tell
got
him
it here.
that. Tell him you seen some boys breaking into the warehouse. That's the thing.
Don't talk too loud. Here, Grandpa.
Hello? Hello, is this our beloved and honored town marshal?
Grandpa,
quiet, don't laugh,
course.
I can hear you.
Well, don't you laugh. Act serious, Grandpa.
This is Milford Spears talking. Say, I just seen some boys breaking into the warehouse.
That'll do it.
Yep, they looked awful desperate. Well, you better skedaddle right over there before they get away. Yep. Oh, not at all. Just proud to help you out. Goodbye.
What'd he say,
Oh, I
Grandpa?
couldn't hardly keep a straight voice. Oh, that pigeon-toed Edith was so excited he didn't hardly say nothing.
Excited. I know that I'd left us all that. I wished I'd be down there by the jail and watch him run out of that place.
Oh, he's happy now.
Yeah.
He can be out chasing somebody. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if somebody littler than him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's a happy man now.
Yeah, loves to jump on the young'uns around town here. I wish we could slip over at the warehouse and watch him. I can just see him now sneaking around carrying that big old revolver he's got.
Jimmy, I know what let's do. I've got a better idea. Let's call up old Ned over at the warehouse and tip him off.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Tell him to tell Uncle Henry he's seen the criminals heading down towards the swamp. He'll run him all over this part of the country.
That's a thing to do. Call him up, Grandpa. Call him up.
No, wait a minute. Let's not carry this too far. A joke's a joke. Let's not let it get away from us.
Yeah, but this'll be fun, no long.
I'd love to send that bandy-legged critter on a wild goose chase clean down in Texas if I could.
Go ahead, Grandpa. Call up old Ned over at the warehouse.
No, Abner, now, we ain't gonna do that.
Huh?
We don't want to get into a batch of trouble over this.
Well, we're more than likely into trouble over it already, Lum. Uncle Henry finds out somebody's pranking him, well, he'll know it was me and
Oh,
you.
that reminds me. Now, listen, Grandpap, don't you ever tell Uncle Henry that me and Abner had anything to do with this.
Oh.
Well, I can't tell you the reason right now. I'll explain it to you someday.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Lum. I'll promise not to tell him if you let me call Ned.
Yeah, there, Lum. That's fair enough, ain't it?
Well,
That's a good deal.
Wait a minute. There comes Cedric back.
I doggies. Look at that boy run, would you?
Yes, I'll say one thing for Cedric. When you tell him to do something, he does it that way in no time.
Yeah, Cedric's a good boy. You can
Has he
depend
got the letter
on him.
with him?
I can't tell. Lum, he's running. He must have it.
Well, I done what you told me to.
Hey, did you get the letter, Cedric?
Yes, Mom.
Good for you, Cedric. Good for you.
When I first got there, he told me not to hang around, and then he got a phone call and got excited and handed me the letter and run out.
I don't get this worked out just like you said it would, Lum. Give us a letter, Cedric.
Mom?
Give us a letter.
Oh, I ain't got that no more.
Ain't got it? What'd you do with it?
Well, I stopped by Dick Huddleston's store and I mailed it, natural.